in the chat.
Hello.
But, hello! As you can see, some of us are dressed up for our lovely masquerade ball that is going to happen this evening. It's going to be a time. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. How are you guys feeling?
Sorry,
that's
really loud.
Amazing.
We're having emotions. Emotions are good.
I'm
Sorry,
having
I'm
all
also
the feels.
sidetracked.
I'm great.
We're in the fields. We're having strong emotions. Great. Cool.
I've already been crying more than I've ever been in the last 24 hours, but that's unrelated to
It's
this.
fine. It's fine. Oh, I don't think we have any announcements other than Beyond the Realms is not happening on Monday, so you won't see me on Monday over on Dice Cream. Otherwise, I think that's it. This will probably be a two-parter at the Masquerade, so be prepared for that, which is why we are at part 1. But, okay, cool.
Part uno.
Part uno. Cool.
I'm so sorry. That was so offensive, probably. It was probably so bad.
We're not even 5 minutes into the stream and we're already being offensive. Nice.
Yes.
It's gonna be a good night.
It's gonna be a great night. Cool.
It's a great
Sorry.
Cool.
I'd rather you just
Pretty nice.
flirted with me. God.
Oh, just you wait.
Amazing. Cool.
Oh.
Oh God, no. He doesn't know how to handle flirting.
Aw.
That's one very interesting. Alright. Cool. I will roll our intro for us and then we will jump right into our recap. Serious. Alright, so last time on the Rectification, our lovely party had their outfits made by Natalie and had some interesting backstory and character moments where there were some tears shed at one point over a lovely sunset.
Yeah, we did.
We came, we had our lovely cleric have an interesting interaction where her patron smiled on her. We had a lot of flirting with a ship captain. We had a secret mission to go get a blood diamond from a masquerade ball. And now we're kind of transitioning to a couple of days later. A couple of days have passed since we were in Flimmo. You have made your way to Elmside, which is a beautiful town with a couple of dark, shady dealings in the background that, comes with all different towns, especially ones run by nobles. But you all have been given your tickets for the Masquerade Ball, for this lavish event that is run by Aaliyah Vanette, who you all have been informed that this party is an annual yearly event. It is almost as exclusive and not going would be social suicide. So all of you have decided that begrudgingly you're going to go to this event hosted by
Oh,
Aaliyah
darn,
Vanette.
I'm so sad
Oh,
about it.
darn. Begrudgingly. We also learned that Coraline is not quite who she has claimed to be up until this point and revealed herself to Talus. Talus, in turn, revealed that she is Shifter. Which was lovely. It was quite a beautiful moment between the two characters. Now, you find yourself...
Totally trustworthy.
Totally trustworthy.
Yeah,
What?
I've been lying about. What?
Lie?
Fine.
When did we ever lie? Us? No.
Oh. I'm not proficient in deception. No.
No. What is wrong with you?
No.
No. But yourselves currently at an inn. How would you have liked to divide up rooms? If you're dividing up rooms, if you're staying together, I know Rattleford in a room by himself.
As we were entering the town, Coraline is already donning a disguise with her hat of, probably the one that she had in Asmar.
Cool. Alright. Yeah, all of your in all of your bags are your formal clothing and attire that Natalie provided with you, along with their matching masks right before you left. So you all have those in your possession. So how are we dividing up the rooms for this day?
Talis, want to dorm together?
Yeah, Talis, you want to stay there?
Do the group have suspicions at this point of our relationship?
Not really, considering we've been like flip-flopping of who shares room. We just know Rad gets his own.
True.
And at this point,
Cersei shares?
it's been it's to the end
I have some questions for you anyway, so
I had one for you as well.
Yeah. Rooming with Coraline sounds fun.
Okay.
I assume that on all of our travels over, Raven has been bestowing upon us some beautiful music and some wonderful flirtations.
No, not at all.
No, she was singing She's Hands to herself and humming along the Unitop.
No, she has not.
No, I'm joking.
She has not.
When a humble boy embraced.
No, but she will have mentioned at some point. She's like, "Oh, I had some really like a great sleep, and I feel like my patron has bestowed me with some new gifts."
Oh.
You just no. I would like to believe that you just flirted with the captain so hard that you were just immediately became a bard. You're like,
so I do have a question.
Wow.
Yep.
How much information did you develop after speaking with Una Clark? So, for those of you, as a recap, Una Clark is our Triton pirate captain for the Loyal Lady with the blackened hulled ship that was met in Flemwell by Raven.
He's a Triton? I didn't know that.
She is.
she's got a great cutlass.
Cutlass. How
Wow.
much did Raven actually tell the party about Una? Was it just, I met the captain? Or was it, so I met, like, the Una Clark, this infamous pirate captain? Or how much
she had-
did you develop?
She did say to Rad and Cersei before heading over to the ship that it was like she was getting a lesson from the captain, so they would have inferred as much, I'm assuming, on their own. And they would have noticed because, again, she would have had to, back in town, get a proper sheath so she could carry around the cutlass. So they would have definitely noticed that she had a weapon, so she would happily answer any questions if they did tell her something.
Okay, perfect. Right. I just wanted to make sure. I had not yet clarified with you. Cool. Alright, so, yeah, you are very easily able to find an inn to stay at. It is called the Blue Lantern. Behind the desk is a young woman. She's dressed in plain black, simple clothing, and is able to give you all a key. However, you just decided to bunk together. The party is this afternoon, or later this evening. You can you've gathered up directions of where Aaliyah Vanette's manor is. It's not hard to find, as it sits out.
Right.
Almost on its own little island with a small moat around it, so you would have to cross a bridge from the street as off to one side. So you do have a little bit of time if there's anything in particular, or we can jump straight there. However you guys are wanting to go about it, if you had something in particular you'd like your characters to look for. Elmside is known for their jewelry exports and their fine gemstones, as Aaliyah is mostly in charge of the import and exports of fine gemstones. So there's a lot of that quality. It's not a quiet city. There's plenty of hustle and bustle. Most people are currently getting ready for making the streets look nice or anything else, because there are quite a few noble families and houses that are coming to this party.
As we enter the town, do I see any of the Evergarden, like carriages or horses or people?
You're like, or people. You roll a perception check.
Okay. Come on, Lucky Lello. Don't bunk me. No, hey, that was pretty fucking good.
On par, you also got to level up last game, so
Uh-huh.
a couple of new things.
Got fun stuff.
19?
19? Yeah. What are you just looking to see if you can see any sign of them?
Yes. Are they, like, as we ride in with...
When you enter Elmside, there's a large main street which you are currently on, which is where the Blue Lantern Inn is, as well as a couple of taverns, etc.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah, absolutely. What do you...
Can I also see if there's any other noble family like crests that I would recognize or see along with like the Evergardens?
Yeah. So,
okay.
As you're looking around, you do see one very familiar. I pulled up my notes here. You do see one in particular that you instantly recognize as being the Dwarven noble house.
Oh, hello.
Ah, dwarves, Raven.
That's why I thought it was so funny that you were just like, ah yes, dwarves. I was like, we're gonna hyper focus on dwarves, and you're gonna meet these nobles. It's gonna be the funniest thing.
It's going great.
Consider she's been learning Dwarvish from one person. Oh,
Right.
Tell us, did you say that you know Dwarvish?
I do.
Okay. If Raven finds this out, she will be peppering you with Dwarvish questions.
So,
How does dwarf?
how does
So-
work? So you do see their crest, which is
Okay.
let me grab it for you. And both of their names are the same on the document I sent you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So those ones have not changed. Nope, I clicked it. I clicked my notes and then I tabbed out.
Oops.
Okay, perfect. So their sign, their crest is it's a hammer and an anvil. So that is a prominent crest that you see. It is silver and red in color. Additionally, let me see who's on my map here.
Awesome. All right.
You see a lot of Aaliyah's colors in town, mostly her banners.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of reds and whites and blacks along their banners, along with her initials. You don't see anybody else's crests necessarily. You do recognize a particular horse.
Of course I do.
Of course you do.
Is it Aluros?
It is. You recognize his steed tied off at one of the taverns down far away from where the Blue Lantern is, but it's a clear shot of where you can see it. Like through the crowds of people as you look over, you recognize that horse because you know it is one of his prized possessions as you look at it. You make a mental note that you don't see him. He's not walking the streets or anything. You presume he's in the bar because, of course, he's got to have
yeah.
it before the party. But
Of course he does.
Of course he does. But you do recognize that horse is one of his prized possessions.
Who is on the horse with me? Like, if we're coming into the town, because
You
we
do
only have
your
like 3
steeds,
horses.
Yes.
Who's on the horse with me? Somebody call him. Talis is with me?
I feel like we've been horse buddies this whole
Yo,
time.
it makes sense. Okay. I'll lean back. Already say the families and nobility. Just keep an eye out. Give her a quick little whisper to her. she's with me.
Thank you for that feedback.
Wait, what's the name of the? Where's Alaris's horse?
It is sitting just tied off at one of the bars.
Okay.
Yeah, you just kind of see it through the crowds. There's quite a few different shops and bars and things along this way, so you don't quite know which one he's at, but you can presume he's probably at the one that is directly tied off in front of.
Well, me and Talus need to go buy some health potions. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Cersei?
Talus, you're with me on this for a second.
What?
That life
I'm just
insurance
kinda
you were
like-
talking about.
Actually, on that note, if we can make our way to a bank teller, I can withdraw some coin and put enough to get a few of those. How many diamonds? What is the worth of the diamonds that is needed for that?
For one use of the spell, it would be 300 gold worth in a diamond.
Okay, I believe that I can afford maybe a few, at least to put down.
Jesus.
If we go to a banker, I'll be able to pull that out. I don't carry it on me at all times. That would be stupid.
That's so much
You've
money.
been around for a while, haven't you?
I've been many a time.
Okay.
But
Like, did we ever find out Rad's age? I'm trying to remember.
You did. You asked
Yeah.
me at like the second episode, I think.
Oh my gosh, you have to go back in the notes. Finding it.
I forgot how old I am.
I have it written down and I have it
I think
tagged.
it's 109.
Yeah, you were over 100, but not by too much.
109.
Yeah.
109.
I have a quick notes on every character of and details.
The cliff notes.
It honestly is.
That's quick
It's
notes.
on every major character.
So, as you watch as Talos and Coraline take a quick detour to go buy some health potions, what are the other three of you doing?
Well, shall we go to that banker and then find a gem dealer? I also have a gold ring that I need to sell off.
That'd be good.
What is your story for selling off this ring? Old lover, something passed down from your grandmother. What are you saying to sell off this ring so that it's not suspicious?
Dearly departed aunt.
Well, I was
It would
gonna
have-
say, yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's a men's ring. I can. Well, truth be say, my father disappeared, and I need money to continue on living. So
That is the truth. Good story.
The best
Then
part
we
is I
should
can't even make
thank
you roll a deception check because you're not lying. I was like, huh, interesting. Cool.
Hey.
Cool.
it's a half
That's
truth.
fine.
It's a truth without all the details.
Alright, so you are looking for a shop to go sell the ring.
And Rad to get money, and then some gems for Cersei.
Alright, so we will, as you guys, you can, there's plenty of shops as you walk. This is a very wealthy street. You are very easily able to find somewhere that you can go. Are you looking for any particular things, or just one that looks like they would be easy to pawn this off on?
She wouldn't be looking for something down and dirty in essence, but she'd be looking for kind of the one above of like wouldn't ask too many questions of like how'd you get this type thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're able to easily find a smaller shop, not necessarily tiny, but a smaller shop. Doesn't look, it's very clean. It's run by a gnome. When you walk in, he's behind the counter, standing on a stool. And he looks up, he's like, what can I do for you?
I'm looking to sell something. Are you looking to buy?
Always. What you got?
Raven will pull out the wedding ring and put it down on the counter and go, have a ring that I would like to sell off.
He picks it up. He examines it. Looks it over. This is the high quality. Whoever forged this must have been very good at their job. What kind of price were you looking for it?
How much does Raven know about worth of rings and stuff?
How much does Raven know about the worth of rings?
My specialty is books, so probably not a lot.
Okay.
And Coraline disappeared off.
They did.
I
You
don't.
can even, with an untrained eye, could recognize that this ring is of a higher quality. This was not cheap when they purchased it. That it is worn. Looks like it's been worn for many years. It was not taken off of their finger very often, so the inside is very polished and clean.
Yeah.
But the outside is a little rougher. And he kind of looks over. He's like, "Well, it's older. I don't know about the style anymore. It's a kind of older style, but
You can always melt it.
I could do 15 gold for it."
20.
That seems a little steep. You can roll persuasion though.
I will. See how good we're feeling. Dirty 20.
Ooh, yeah. He's like,
Oh.
ugh, he kind of looks it over. He's like, "Alright, 20. 20 it is.
Sounds good.
Take the ring, slide it behind the counter, and put a small pouch of gold pieces and slide it to you. And if you're to look at it inside, there is 20.
Yep, Raven will do the quick check and go, "Thank you, kind sir. Glad to do business with you." And then turn to her companions and go, "Well, oh, Gnome,
Yes?
is there like a bank around here? One of my friends is looking to withdraw some cash."
Oh yeah, you just walk a couple of blocks down, you'll see it. It's made of marble, very fancy building.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
This whole town is fancy.
That's what you get for dealing in gems and gold.
Alright, so, as you guys continue walking, we go over to Coraline and Talus, who had made a slight detour to go buy some health potions. What you two
Water
up
the
to?
horses.
We gotta go
Bye.
water the horses. What you two up to?
I need that on it.
Once we're like, we'll make like a actual detour so that they don't see us head straight towards the thing. Poor Talus is just on for the ride.
Talus
I'm
is
like-
here for the ride. So you're just going straight for the horse.
Sorry, as we are riding over, I'm gonna kind of say over to my shoulder to Talus,
Can you do me a favor real quick?
Sure.
Ride up. We're gonna get off probably like a couple buildings away from the bar. I'm gonna write a quick little note on a piece of paper and druid craft a little rose and wrap it around, or wrap the paper around the rose and hand it to you, Talus.
Could you go put this in that bag over there? I think you're a bit sneakier than I am.
I'm pointing to the horse.
What does, Coraline, I'm gonna let you, what does a prized horse that Evergarden look like?
Ooh,
What type? Is this like a large white horse? What is
it's
type
a
of horse?
large white stallion, perfectly groomed. The hair on the horse is immaculate. It's like wavy and kind of braided down. It has the Evergarden family colors of forest green, gold, and blues tied in, and then the family crest is also on like the chest plate.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fancy.
So yeah, you look over. There's kind of a footman, almost like a valet for steeds standing there, that's just kind of watching over. Currently, he's not looking in your direction.
Oh, there's a person there.
He's
Okay.
kind of standing off to one side. Like, you assume that he's standing there to keep an eye on the horses that are standing there. So, as this is a large event, thieves, everything else, they've just hired somebody to kind of keep an eye on the horses to make sure nobody's there that's not supposed to.
All right. If that's the case, I'll distract the guy.
Oh,
You put the note in.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Are you sure you want to leave evidence of your whereabouts to your family? I mean, you seem very concerned about going to the ball, but you are putting notes with your staple flower in the bag of the horse of your family. Just saying.
Yes. But this is the one brother that I can trust of the most and who I miss the most. If you really think it's a bad idea, we don't have to do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
No?
Then you should not put the note. I hate to say it, but if you're very concerned about people knowing your whereabouts, the more people that know your secrets, the harder it is to keep.
I just miss him. Oh, all right.
I feel bad.
Are you leaving then?
Yeah.
I know how it feels to be the parent.
Alright, you leave. You don't see him. Are you going back to
I do want to ask, which brother is this? You have
What bar are
7?
we at?
Which bar are you at? You were over at Neo's place.
Neo's?
Neo.
Is that what it's called? Neo's place?
Yeah.
I mean, I like brand marketing as well, but creativity, man. Gotta get a
We love it. We love it.
Neo's place. Like Neo as in like you are the one.
Maybe.
Okay.
So are you answering Talus which brother this is?
Oh wait, you asked a question? I'm so sorry.
Talus wants to know which brother this is.
That right there is the horse of my brother Aluros. He's the charming brother with the silver tongue and not quite as respected from my father as the others.
Is he the youngest?
Ooh.
Is he the eldest?
Nope. Do you need to know the exact age?
No.
He's a middle child. There's 7 of us, or 7 of them, and then I'm 8, right? I am 8? Yes, I'm 8. There's a lot.
That's okay. You don't have to give me details. I was just wondering why you would risk exposing yourself for this person.
Oh, he's the one that taught me most of the things that I can do now. Well, of lying and voices and other things. He's the one I spent the most time with. He's my best friend. Oh, well, it's a complicated relationship now. But yes, if that makes any more sense.
Also, insight check. Why do you want to know what brother this is?
Are you inside
Is
checking
it just
Talus?
because you're interested, or are you like scheming?
Are you inside checking Talus?
I am.
Roll me insight.
My insight, I think it's terrible. Oh no.
Talus, if
Where's
you're
mine?
trying to hide anything, you can roll deception. If you... Oh, what'd you roll? What'd you roll now?
9.
9.
9.
Talus just seems to show a general interest in
Alright.
your party member that she's learning new things about.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
So are you two going back to the Blue Lantern to wait for the rest of your party?
No, I do actually want some health potions. I do think I only have one. So
I actually do want that. Cool.
I do. I mean, it wasn't lying.
Yeah, you guys
Entirely.
can find a sword.
Insight check.
They're great
Out
at these
there.
half
Oh
lies.
my god. Alright, but yeah, you are able to easily find a place where you can buy some health potions. It's not that far. Alright, so
Cool.
as you guys are out buying your health potions, how many do you want? Just so I have
I mean, I have one. I'm squishy. I would like more,
how many would you like?
though. I mean, we have a lot of people, so if there's a lot, I'd probably buy a lot just so I can cover
Roll me-
my party as well.
Roll me a d8.
I'm gonna get a 1 again.
Don't know
You
why.
got this.
just roll high. Just roll high.
Right, just do it.
Just easy.
can
Just
do
roll your
it.
dice.
Fucking 2.
Hey, it's more than one.
Great. The person that you go to has 2 ready and available, and you purchase them both. So
Nice.
good
Got a
luck.
piece.
Add 2 more. Alright, so after you purchase your health potions, you're able to go back and start getting ready if you all are done. Talus, I don't know if you had anything else that you wanted to do.
I think not. Is there I don't think so. I guess just like preparing for tonight. I guess I want to scan the town and see who looks like is going to be at the ball tonight. Is it like visibly just everyone that's around is just nobles?
There's not everybody looks like they're nobles, but there's quite a few just kind of walking around. A couple of them are wearing like hoods to look a little less like noticeable, but for the most part, it's a relatively safe town in the middle of the day. So, safest one.
I would like to go to the bank.
Okay. So you're gonna go follow the rest of the party to the bank?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so Nat, are you having Coraline stay behind Blue Lantern, or are you also going to the bank?
I'm gonna stay behind Blue Lantern.
Cool. So yeah, you go into your room. Are you just gonna start getting ready?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So you are back at the Blue Lantern getting ready. Tell us, you're able to catch up pretty easily as you run up to the rest of your party. The rest of the party, you have easily found the bank. It is a large marble building with pillars in the front. Just a large, almost like a national bank is almost the energy that it gives off. There's 3 steps leading up to the front door. You're just
I
going
go
inside.
up.
Okay. Are you just going inside? Cool. Yeah, it's pretty quiet in the inside. There's not a lot of people out and about, like inside at the moment, but you're able to go up to a teller, who is a very beautiful blonde half-elf as you walk in. Oh, yes, what can I do for you?
Greetings there. I was interested in pulling out some coin from one of my accounts.
Oh, sure. Do you have some information? Something I can look up for you?
Yes, absolutely. And I take out of my my journal. I take out and I flip through a couple pages, and inside's a little flap, and I take out a little scroll and I hand it to her.
Oh,
It
perfect.
had all of the information that you need.
She opens it. Ah, very nice. Kind of ties it back and gives it back. And how much were you hoping to withdraw today?
Cersei, how much did you say that each diamond was worth?
Each one will be 300.
36. Can I get 900? out?
How much do you have?
Not a problem. And she steps back. Hold on just a moment for me. And steps away for a few moments.
Brad, that is so much.
You
Or
know
you-
you don't have
How long have
to.
you been saving that?
For life insurance, that's reasonable.
I mean, that would be 3 lives, 3 second chances at life right there, yes, but that's a lot.
And yet we have this many people in our party. Would that not be?
Well, there's other. Can't bring anyone back from the dead, but I can definitely help.
Alice is definitely eyeing that note that she just gave the banker and like, no, tell us, no.
The moral
Are you
debate.
here with us?
Yeah, I caught up with you.
Oh, Dallas.
Yeah, she kind of ran up at the back of the party as you guys walked up. Kind of quietly, as she does.
Silent foot.
You
Tell us
gotta
that you-
tell us when you're here.
Did you know that Raven's a good negotiator? That's pretty impressive.
Well, you know,
In a moment,
I try.
the little half orc comes back. Oh, and here you are. And hands you 3 bags. 300 in each. Or, yeah. And then, here you go. If there's anything else that we can do for you, just let me know.
Is there any a more secure way of being able to carry this around? Obviously, there's a little bit higher security right now with the ball that is going to be happening tonight, but I just want to make sure that I can bring this to the jeweler.
Are you wanting more of like a banknote or statements?
I think a banknote would do.
Sure, absolutely. And she will kind of...
Sorry about that. I got
You are
side.
just fine. Quickly writes you 3 notes. Here you are. And hands
God, I
you
feel like I'm at the bank.
That's the point. It is the bank.
You are.
Do you have lollipops?
Yes. Yes, she does.
Little mints.
Girl, I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Tell us, when did you get here?
I just got here. I caught up.
You're just quiet. Thank you so much, madam. And I think that'll be it.
Perfect.
Anyone else need the bank?
I've never seen 900 gold together. That wasn't cargo. That is ridiculous.
Well, when you've
Absolutely ridiculous.
been around for a while, you can accrue things. Anyways, let us go to this jeweler. I would like to get the diamonds now before we go to the ball.
Say, how much do you have in the bank? Roughly.
I will not be sharing that.
Tell us. That
Fair.
seems very obtrusive.
Why?
Totally
Why
fair.
would you like
Totally
to know? I want to
fair.
roll an insight check.
Fair.
Tell us acting real soft.
That's weird.
That's suspicious.
suspicious.
That's weird.
Can I roll for insight on that?
You
On
first can.
Insight on what? I asked a question.
It was
I
a
know, and I'm
six-
asking a question to your question. Why would you need to know?
Oh,
What do you
I
want to
said
know?
I was curious.
I still want to roll insight.
Go ahead.
So what's the social
Use your dice.
security number?
I'm gonna use your dice against you, Ava.
Oh, how dare ye?
Out there.
The 14. I'm -1 on insight. Lucky you.
So 13?
14 total. 15 roll
Okay,
-1.
cool. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be a general curiosity. It's just a question. Were you looking for an inflection in it?
Yeah, just a hint of higher peaked curiosity than just how much do you have?
Yeah, it's kind of a strange question, but you've seen Talus be a little selfie before, so, I mean, she's just curious. But you have a feeling that Talus really enjoys having a lot of information.
Touche.
Kind of the feeling that you get. Cool.
Well,
Nice.
either way, I won't be divulging that information.
Cool.
As
So,
they say, a magician never shares their secrets, and I won't be sharing my bank account.
Wait, can I have your SIN number, your full name, your birthday?
yeah.
What's your mother's maiden name? By any chance?
So,
Actually, I don't know that one.
alright, so you are looking for a jeweler?
Yes.
Talus, are you going along with?
I'm going to take a walk around town, scope and see who else is around.
Are you being stealthy?
Yes.
Cool, we're always stealth. The other 3 of you who are now walking to go find a jeweler, find one very easily. Like I said, there's a couple. There's some smaller places, there's a couple of bigger places. What are you looking for when you're looking for someone to go purchase these diamonds from?
Probably a place that specializes in like not ones that aren't such into jewelry. Not so much a jewelry store, but one that's
So,
looking
literally
A gem shop?
Like a gem shop. Okay, great.
just straight gems,
Yeah,
probably.
so you're able to easily find a gem shop. It's pretty recognizable by the glass window with the multiple uncut gems in the front. able to walk in. There's a human behind the counter. And they look up. Oh, hi there. What can I do for you?
Afternoon.
Hello there. We are interested in buying 3 diamonds worth 300 gold each.
Oh.
If you have that?
Yeah, that's not a problem. I'm going to assume it's for one of you as a cleric. That's kind of a normal standard order here. And starts pulling out a couple of diamonds and puts them on the counter. If you'd like to view these and make sure these are up to your standards.
Cersei, do your thing.
Sure.
The diamonds that he's put look beautiful. As far as you can tell, these are exactly what you're looking for.
They should work very well as components. Yeah.
Wonderful. And you said 3, correct?
Yes, and I will take out my journal again and take out the 3 banknotes and...
I'll take them kind of very much looking over, holding to the light, everything else. Oh, wonderful, everything seems to be in order here, and puts them aside. He puts the 3 diamonds, wraps each of them in a cloth, and then puts them in a bag. He hands them to you. There you are. I hope you enjoy the rest of the festivities in town.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Alice, what did you give me on stealth?
Oh.
What was that?
You fucking rolled stealth!
23.
23.
Oh my gosh.
Cool, you going where I think you're going?
Into
Yes.
Cool, okay. Alright, so, yeah, you're able to be very stealthy. Are the other 3 of you...
Wait, what did you roll?
Are you gonna go rub my brother? Rob my brother?
They're
Is
not.
that what's going on?
I didn't even notice that she left!
She's that good.
She's like, she just
Oh,
shows
come
them.
Hey, so
Sorry.
tell us, where did you go?
Okay.
We really need to like put a bell on her.
Just a
Alright,
little
Set up
kitty
a bell.
collar with a little
Uh,
ding ding.
Are you looking to Are
my
the 3
God.
of you now having purchased your diamonds and everything else, are you headed back to Blue Lantern to start getting ready? Yes? Okay, cool.
Aye.
Easy enough, unless there was something else the 3 of you wanted to do or look for.
Just random question. Just looking at like what I'd need for spell components. Would it be able to scrounge up a piece of copper wire from someplace?
Oh, easily.
'Kay.
Very easy. Yes.
I will find that at the tavern.
Yep, and you take it, and you're like, yep, this is mine now.
Raven just spends a little time on the floor. Nope. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're good.
Yep, there's one. Cool. Yep.
Cool.
Anything
All right,
else? Cool. If there's nothing else from the 3 of you, as well as Coraline, I will say that you all are now getting ready in your rooms. If there's any conversations you want to have, I'll let you have them in a moment, right after I get to Talus. So, Talus, with a 23, you are very easily able to weave your way through all the crowds, and then you start walking to a darker side of town. As you watch the scenery kind of change from this very upscale, rich and wealthy front of Elmside to a little bit shadier, as while it's still wealthy, as the buildings still are very structurally sound and well built, there's a couple more people who are wearing hoods. There's a couple more people who are wearing insignias hidden under cloaks. Everybody looks just a little shadier, and it's noticeably quiet. As everybody's very quietly going about their business. And then you duck down an alleyway. And there in the alleyway is a door. There's a sign on the door, something you're familiar with, that just says Reggie's Shop. And you're familiar as you open the door, and inside it's quiet, it's dark, there's not any windows, but there is a couple of different lanterns illuminating the room. There's a desk, it's very simple. As you walk in, behind the desk sits a half-orc. The half-orc looks up, he's got white hair. He's wearing a dark shirt with a cloak over that. And he looks up, kind of raises an eyebrow, it's been a while.
It has been. I have something that I'd like to sell.
Oh, something new. Well, let's see it then.
I'll pull it out of my bag, and I'll show him the ruby.
Somebody's been busy. He puts a hand up for it.
Do I trust him?
He's never stolen anything from you. And as
Have
far
I
as
ever
you know,
bringing him something this valuable?
something this big? No.
Hmm.
Seeing your hesitation, he kind of smiles. He's like, it's good instincts. And he puts his hands up. He's like, I'll let you put it down on the table.
I'll put it down on the table.
He kind of looks at it and then takes out a little spyglass, one to look at gemstones. You just see him. He still holds one hand up that way. You can see that he's not going to steal it as he looks at this diamond or this ruby that you have taken from the Torrance Grandeur and their crew. As he looks it over, this is quite the piece. Very
I
busy.
saw an opportunity and I took it.
Yeah, you did.
Cersei's like, something is happening.
The winds are changing. Something happened.
Well, I'm impressed. How much were you wanting for it?
I was thinking 5,500 gold.
He kind of makes a face. Somebody's being stingy.
I think it's worth the price of the risk of getting such a fine gem.
Was it heavy? Was it a very heavy risk?
Quite heavy. I actually kind of regret it, but here we are, and I want to get my money's worth.
At the mention of you regretting taking it, he raises an eyebrow. That's new.
It was a moment of weakness. I did it. That's what counts.
I'm not used to hearing the great Talus say that she regrets stealing something.
The great Talus. Oh my gosh.
So, what do you think about my price?
Knock 500 off of it and I'll consider it.
50, 250, 250. I mean,
God, all these fucking pigeons. What the hell?
I can do for 5,400.
53.
I'll take it.
With that, he picks up the ruby, puts it aside, takes out a large stack of gold, just kind of puts it into a pouch, drops it on the table. Pleasure doing business as always. Even
I will
if you
pick it
are
up.
the hard negotiator.
Well, we all have to do our living here, as you are very well aware, Reggie. I'll see you around.
I'm sure. Oh,
And I'll take the huge bag, and I'll put it in my unaware of the party bag of holding.
yep.
Damn it! I need one of those for all my books.
Yeah,
Love
you put in your
it.
bag of holding. Sinks
Love
into the
it.
pocket dimension that is your bag. You're able to leave. I won't make you roll stealth again as you head back. You're able to weave your way through the crowds.
hey Talus, how much gold do you have in your bag, huh?
A lot.
So much.
Yeah,
Apparently.
You are able to easily.
I didn't really catch that whole conversation. I'm really confused to how much money you actually just got.
5,300 gold. So 5,300.
Holy shit!
Some of us are loaded and some of us are college
I
students.
think Talus and I have the most money out of everyone here.
I don't
That
know.
is
I'm living my like broke college dreams.
Anyways.
Is there
Moving along.
anyone I can leave a note to, Raven, about doing a deposit to certain people.
Yeah. Reggie
Okay.
can handle that for you if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll leave a note
Okay, cool.
and let
Takes
them
a
know
minute. Yeah, absolutely.
that I'll be bringing some
Yeah.
due.
All right, so you leave a note. Perfect. Yeah, are you now working your way back to the Blue Lantern?
Yeah.
Okay, you get back to the Blue Lantern. The rest of your party, you don't see them around. You're kind of under the impression that they are currently changing. And you all start getting into some of the outfits that Natalie has provided. They are wrapped in a cloth themselves, neatly folded, the masks laid on top. She had taken careful care to make sure that there was no wrinkles or anything unbecoming in any of the outfits or styles that she had left for you. So, we'll start with Rutherford as you are changing it. What's going through your mind as you are now changing into this outfit?
As he's taking off the armor and sort of setting it aside, there's like a chest in his room, right? Yeah, so he's gonna put all of his armor in the chest and everything and starts changing into his outfit, and he's just slightly panicking because of how nice the fabric is, and he's never really had the pleasure of wearing such nice attire before. So he's kind of slightly freaking out, but at the same time, it's like, you know, this is a good opportunity. He's never been able to do something with nobles before. Hopefully this will be good for the party, and he's just sort of accepting this fate of like, all right, you've been around nobles before, you've been around fanciness, normally on the opposite side, on the protection side of things, and it's just making a note of like, okay, you're still gonna be protector, you can still be here for your party, but just in a little bit different attire. Are you wanting me to describe his outfit?
No,
Or?
I'm gonna do it for you. I just wanted to see how he was
Okay.
feeling when he was.
On the last bit for it, he's actually gonna call out, hey, Cersei,
I?
can you help me with this?
I?
You're
Good.
you're used to these. I don't know how to put this on.
Oh,
As
very
Cersei
handsome.
opens the door
Very charming.
and walks in,
Yeah.
Rutherford is wearing a corset vest
So
that you
fancy.
kind of presume is what he's in reference to. It is a velvet emerald green with black that is in the design. It's laced in the back and it's buttoned in the front. And along with that, he's wearing a kilt, which matches said vest, as he's kind of holding the strings for this corset vest in his hand, kind of wondering what to do with it. But there are different shades of green along with the emerald in this kilt, and he's got brown and black leather sashes around his waist. He's kind of fiddling with the sashes as well as he's kind of takes them off, puts them on the bed, and then lets you pull on the strings for this corset. The rest of the outfit is laying kind of ready at the wait until this is on.
Yeah, Cersei will just kind of like turn him around and start like trying to start working the corset strings. She's gonna make sure like to be gently making sure that the fur is tucked inside, not getting caught in any of the strings, doesn't want to pull any of the hairs out. Working them up.
I've already lost enough hair.
Yeah, Cersei's very
Indeed. I'm gonna need you to
skillfully-
suck in for this one, okay?
Not too tight.
And Cersei is very easily able to lace up this corset. And Rutherford, you're able to stand back as you put the rest of these sashes on, as well as your satchel, and kind of look at yourself in the mirror for the first time, wearing something much different than what you're used to. As even in your past, the outfits that you wore to guard people was not necessarily this fancy.
Well, I'll say this is new. Would you mind helping me with one more thing, and I'll give Cersei my three-quarter capelet for my right shoulder. Would you mind just making sure that this is securely fashioned?
Of course. You're looking very charming.
I'll like kneel down so she can actually reach that.
You're gonna make sure it's like draped correctly, make sure it's all hooked on nice and secure.
In the other room, while Cersei is helping Releverd finish their outfit, we move over to Coraline, who's had a little extra time to get ready since they did return. Coraline, as you're getting ready, what's going through your head?
Well, right when she got back, she had, right when she got back, she sent out her raven-formed scritches to go check on her brother as a post, because she wants to see what he looks like, how he's doing. Yeah.
They're perched up on one of the buildings. Come on, we're just watching over him.
Yeah. Really stressed. Oh my god, she's super stressed. Probably feverishly also writing her patron of like you'll watch over me, right? Like I'm gonna be okay. Like,
It's gonna be alright.
I don't have to worry about this. Like I'm not gonna go bad, right? Like it's gonna be fine. It's gonna work. Also, I think you would totally like my look today. You know, face enough of you. Okay. Yeah, she's a little panicky, pacing back and forth, alone again in a room.
Can I knock on her door to help her get ready?
Yeah, if you might be able to, as you're walking up the stairs from coming back here, Coraline pacing back and forth. You might recognize some of those nerves. So you just hear the step, 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 turn, step, 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 turn. So you walk in. Knock on the door.
Coraline?
Come on in.
I'll walk in.
You can see.
How
She
are you
looks
feeling?
totally fine.
Are you,
She's sitting down at a vanity with her disguise kit out, working on her hair to tame that shit down.
Do you have her disguise kit?
Do you have your dress on at this point?
No, she's working on the disguise. You always work on the look
Yeah,
first
work on the look
before
first.
you put on the outfit.
Just
You don't want
was
to
making
ruin the
sure.
outfit.
Alright, so
Can I insight check her?
you'll have to roll this
23.
if you want her to lie, Coraline.
23.
What'd you... Oh,
I'm
fuck.
inciting
Okay.
to see if she's actually nervous or not.
Oh no. Okay. 17. Yeah,
Okay.
she's nervous.
Okay,
You can
so
see
yeah,
it.
she's like, yeah, I'm fine. Yep. As you just hear the voice crack, and you see that her hands, as she's getting her disguise on, are shaking just slightly, and you recognize that she's got just a little bit of sweat as she's getting all of this on. It's almost like she threw herself
Tanya?
down on the vanity after you knocked on the door. She's like, I totally wasn't pacing as she's sitting there. You see the nerves in her face as she's trying to do this.
Do you need help putting on your disguise kit? I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, mostly for the hair. It's part of the whole look, so like it's gonna be what the mask is. She's transforming her whole hair into from her curly orange to an actual white from what she uses for her hat. So that's what she's doing right now.
Yeah.
And into a very regal royal
Updo.
coil. Yeah.
It's an updo. Yep. So, Dallas, you're able to sit down, and you're able to pull up a chair next to the vanity, and you start helping Coraline with this disguise. And eventually, Coraline, you change into your outfit. And you stand there and you see yourself in the mirror for the first time wearing everything. And your dress, a midnight blue velvet with this beautiful form-fitting bodice and gold beadings. They almost look like stars. There's layers of tulle and silk. Beautiful and neatly spared no expense. And as you kind of staring at yourself, your hair in this updo. The mask is still laying on the bed, but it matches with this celestial looking theme on it. Gold accents. You see yourself for the first time with white hair, a blue gown, something you haven't worn this fancy for a while. What is going through her head?
So you know that meme where it's like the dog sitting in a room with like everything's
This
on
is fine?
fire?
This is fine.
This is fine.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I like that you immediately said, you know that meme? You stand
It's just like panicking of like also knowing like I've trained for this type of shit. Like to go to these things and like be good at them. And if I'm good at it, I'm doing it right, but also like might also screw me over of my family might figure me out. So that's the thing. It's a double-blooded plated sword right now.
And Talus, as you finish up helping her, you see her look in the mirror. She still looks a little scared, but maybe a little more calm. She's nervous about other things now, and you're able to pick up on that. And once you leave her, you are able to start getting ready yourself. And I love the dress that you picked. So, Talus, as you walk in, you start getting yourself ready. How are you doing your hair?
It's going to be up and out of the way, not how she usually wears it. She's going to have to brush it, which she doesn't usually do. So that's going to take a while.
It does. It takes a little while, but you sit there very patiently. You knew this was going to be a struggle.
I could definitely help. It would probably help Coraline to help you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'll absolutely take Coraline's help.
Yeah. So after Coraline is dressed, everything with the mask, she kind of sees that you're working on your hair and walks over and starts helping you with the other side, brushing it out, brushing through it, patiently combing through. Eventually, it lays flat, and you're able to put it up. And then you pull the package that Natalie had given you. This beautiful, beautiful fabric as it runs over your hands as you feel it. And you change and you put it on as a beautiful mesh plunging neckline with straps, a slit down one side, just enough, that just shows just a little bit where you could even hide a weapon high on your leg if you wanted to. They have black leaves almost coming down as they're as soft as flower petals. They're covering the bodice down to the skirt as the tulle and the lace hangs around your body. You're able to look at yourself in the mirror for the first time in something of Natalie's that's your own. What is going through Talus's head when she looks at herself?
At first she's very excited because she knows it's hers, and she's very like, this is so cool. I've never had my own Natalie dress. This is mine. This is for me. This is me. But then she quickly realizes this is not me. This is what I chose for the mission, and I'm putting everyone in danger. But it needs to be done.
In a way, it's still you. Just a little different than what you expect. Perfect. So, put it on. There is a matching mask that you put on the bed over by Coraline's as well. And then we move over to Cersei, who, after helping Ralford put this corset on, it's like, oh, I need to change. Runs back to the room where Raven is. Cersei, you pull out your own package and you lay out your dress and you start changing. What are you doing with your hair? Are you letting it just flow like it normally does? Are you trying to do anything with it?
She's going to let her hair be free, but I think that she's going to get some tiny seed pearls and string them through her hair, so there's just a few just floating around in her hair with the strands.
Yeah, and they catch the light and they look beautiful. So, you start changing. Put your dress on. It is strapless. It hugs just right. It is teal with royal blue fabric as it drapes around your body. It's tight, but comes to a point around your collarbone before sloping very elegantly down and around and kind of blends with your turquoise skin. And it comes down into a trumpet skirt that falls to the floor. It kind of hugs in all the right places, but still makes you look elegant and classy. It brushes, and it almost reminds you of the ocean and the way that it hits the beach and the water when it is swirling. And when you walk, as you start kind of testing out and looking at yourself, you notice that there's also vines and seaweed that are hanging around, come down elegantly across it, and they trail behind you. And to you, you almost look like a goddess of the sea yourself, as you are standing there looking at yourself in this mermaid gown that reminds you of the ocean and the time that you've sailed. In front of you is somebody very different than the sailor that you're used to seeing, as you look very high class. What's going through Cersei's head?
She's very stunned. For as long as she can remember, she's had to be pretty practical. Like, Marin, being the only other woman really on the ship, was like, okay, you have to learn a little bit of femininity. Enjoy that. But a lot of it was very practical. So this is the first time that she's like, oh, these are flowy skirts and pretty beads. And I'm feeling like this is just fun and pretty without having to be anything else. And she's just really enjoying that. She's getting like pretty excited now. Like, this is all still weird and sketch, but what an experience.
Also. Can you remind me if it's backlist?
It is backlist.
Cool. So yeah, as you are having these thoughts, like thinking, oh wow, this is feminine, this is flirty, this is, you kind of turn and you see your back and you see this scar that you're very used to seeing now as lightning struck. What you presume was lightning struck across your back, as the scar is very prominent, but it almost blends in with the dress, the way that it spirals out, and it looks like a beautiful accent that was just meant to be there. And it doesn't look like a scar. Now at the moment it just looks beautiful. And from there, we pan over to Raven, who is working on getting her own gown on. What's going through Raven's head as she's getting ready?
She will turn and see Cersei and go, wow, that is quite the scar you've got.
Funny enough, can't remember how I got it exactly. What a thought.
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
As you're getting ready yourself, the skirt of yours feels soft in your hands, but as you start slipping it on, you realize there's a couple of rougher patches that you specifically asked for. Something feminine, but doesn't leave you any weaker. As you put it on, as this strapless blue, royal blue gown with ruffles and ripples in the skirt hangs around your legs. And an armored front of the corset comes and accents just perfectly around you on this bodice. You pull the extra piece that Natalie has included as you slip it on, as the scale mail hangs around your shoulders elegantly, matching the bodice itself. As silver scales kind of glint and shimmer as you turn and move. She's included a very nice fold in the skirt where you could even hide the dagger if you wanted. Just for precautionaries.
Just in case.
Just in case. You're hanging around as you're able to kind of put out your arms and look down at yourself, and it moves gracefully with you as you turn. And it makes a swishing sound along the floor.
And a tinkling of the scale mail.
Yep, exactly.
Well, Natalie did do some fine work, and it's amazing how protected you feel in a corset.
You look stunning. A little fearsome.
What does Raven do with her hair?
Raven, in the time, knowing that she's going to be using part of the glamour for her hair, is just coiling it basically all up because she knows she wants to take a whole lot of length off of it to be practical. Because no point in having a practical dress if your hair is just going to get in the way.
Amazing.
So she's braiding it and pinning it.
It would get caught in the chainmail. That would hurt.
Ow.
Yeah, let's be real honest. Yeah.
Yeah, and your mask matches. It looks off to one side. Perfect. Right, and you all, looking out the window, are able to realize it's about that time. And
Exciting.
you will start making your way there as you all kind of exit your rooms and see each other for the first time. And just something you're very not used to after traveling by horseback and dealing with the fire of Aswar. You're not very used to seeing the rest of your party members in such elegant, exquisite clothing.
Now remember, everybody, for the vault, it's a 3-beat. It's a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, please just
We're
keep
going to
telling
do
me that
great.
because I need your voice in my head if I'm going to end up dancing that.
I'll save my first dance for you, and I'll teach you how to do it.
Oh, beautiful.
You're able to walk downstairs. The streets are a different kind of hustle and bustle now from what you saw them earlier. People are wearing more elaborate, expensive clothing. You can see people wearing all sorts of masks. There's colors of all shades of the rainbow as they are all starting to kind of develop into the same place. And as you walk, you're able to quickly make your way, even at a stroll, to the Vanette Manor. As you approach the street, you approach it in a cobblestone, and your heels kind of click against it, as there is a bridge which has lanterns going down it. You walk, starting to go down the bridge into the Vanette estate, and grab it. I worked too hard on this. Where's the map?
Where's the map? Where's the map?
Where's the map? Find her estate.
Ivy spoils us so much, I swear. What have we ever done to deserve such an amazing DM?
You all are
Oh my
wonderful players, that's why I spoil you. Oh, there it is. Maps. Map. There it is. Cool. Alright. Cool. And as you cross over to the bridge, there's a guard tower standing above you. A couple of knights wearing what you presume to be their party attire in a knight form, as the shirts they're wearing under the armor are black and red, a telltale sign of the Vanette household. A couple of them are walking atop the top of the tower. One of them is just watching as people stroll by, and as you approach the main gate, there's somebody collecting tickets. He's wearing a red and black tuxedo with a red ascot. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have your tickets for me?
Of course. Just so everyone knows, I panicked for a second when she said he's collecting. I was like, not weapons.
Shit.
Hey, I'm clean. It's fine.
You're all liars.
Of course we
Technically,
do.
no.
Here.
Technically. Yep. So collect the
Technically.
tickets, they'll open the gate, and inside is a beautiful, lush garden with red trees. They're growing a beautiful type of red flower. There's flowers that are lining the pathways. There's a couple of people out on the lawn and they're enjoying some drinks. See just a couple of there's a couple of half elves, there's a couple of humans, there's a couple of just different variety of individuals as you start to approach the steps. There's just the normal chatter, and you can hear some beautiful music coming from the inside. What would you like to do?
Who can I spot? There's a few people I'm looking for. I'm looking for the hosts of the evening.
Okay.
Also looking for Zariel.
So Zariel is not outside yet. You don't see him outside. You can assume that most of them are inside. It is still early in the evenings. So outside, you don't see any of them. You just see a couple of stragglers who have not yet gone in, like yourselves. Nobody of particular note.
Coraline casts mage armor on herself.
Okay. Yes, on yourself. Good job.
Just totally forgot. I was like, gotta do it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
cast
yeah.
Oh,
armor.
by this point, Raven fixes her masks, and then
Oh, yeah.
all of a sudden her hair goes white, matching Coraline's, but short.
Huh?
And she looks and goes, "Do you want us to match? Just in case you need..."
Hey, Kristen. Sure.
Her eyes go yellow, matching whatever Coraline is with the glamour.
Also, as you would notice, her usual white hair look is more fae-like and drawn out and very fae-ish.
You've gone from very fey, long, slender jawline, a little bit longer ears than normal. Is there anything in your guys' forms that you're changing specifically besides your hair?
Brad, are you gonna cover up the bald patch?
That was so.
The capelet covers it.
It just occurred to me.
Okay, does cover it. If there's nothing else, you can always change it throughout the night. I'll let you guys, if there's something you're like, actually, I'd like to include this in the look whenever a said event happens, I will let you do it. So yeah, but you guys are standing currently at the steps.
Coraline will start talking to people.
I don't think I described Rad's mask.
I don't know if you did. You can go ahead and describe what it looks like, though.
It's literally just a wolf mask. It's literally just like over his features, but in metal filigree. That's it. He was like, I don't mask. Just make it fit my face, basically. So basically, it's just like over his features, and it's just another wolf mask. So it just sort of just accentuates his features.
That is great. I love that.
Only got an 8 years.
I also want to describe my
Go
mask.
for it. I was just going to ask if you guys wanted to describe them as you start putting them on, that you're actually now here and about to go into the masquerade. Go ahead.
I'll grab mine in a bit because I actually made it. But as we were getting ready and I saw the mask, I was like, oh, Natalie. And the mask looks like it has ears.
Yes!
Yes.
And it's like,
A little play on words from Natalie for you. Cool. Cersei, do you want to describe what your mask looks like?
Hers is a half mask, and it's kind of green on the edges, but then it gets more turquoise and it gets more royal blue around the eyes. It's has little crackles in the glaze, and the crackles look almost like little silver lightning bolts underneath. And there's a rim of pearls at the top of it, and center is a half shell, a little silver half shell.
Perfect.
I think we already kind of described mine. Mine's very celestial themed and lace, with the same midnight blue. Also, as we walk in, I send Raven Scritches as a little scout to see and give me a warning if people that I know come in are making their way to the party.
Is there anything else you wanted to add, Raven?
Just Raven's mask is silver to go along with the rest of her outfit. And it looks like it's made of metal, but it's really light work.
Alright, so as you all approach, you start walking up the steps. And here's where you can go to your roleplay maps. Because you all have your roleplay maps. But before we get there, we're actually going to take a 15 to 20 minute break, which is a little longer than our normal one. There is a reason for that, but we will be back in 15 to 20 minutes. So I will transition us over. Once again, all of the music that we use is by Arcane Anthems, and we love him very much, who makes TTRPG music free of copyright. So if you guys are looking for TTRPG music, Arcane Anthems, Wes is wonderful. We're also going to play Arcane Wares on the break screen because we all love our dear friend Saf, who makes D&D streetwear. But in the meantime, we will be right back.
We're gonna party!
thank you for letting us take a little bit longer break for our quick change. As you can see, I'll be needing to quickly to don our costumes and our masks for this lovely masquerade ball. So, where we last left our party. Oops, I scrolled up on the map. I don't want you all to see that yet.
All the things.
Oh no, I'm
All the
in
secrets.
here. So where we last left our party, you all were just about to walk up the steps to the masquerade ball for Leah Vanette's basically gala. Are you all just walking up and walking in? The doors are open. They have been put, they've been left open that way to the public, and whoever is invited can just walk straight into the main ballroom.
You said that there was people like hanging out front.
There's just a couple of people.
Coraline would go and mingle,
Sure.
introduce herself.
Yeah. There's nothing really of particular note, just kind of general small talk as you walk and talk to them. Are you looking for anything in particular?
No, just
Okay.
beginning,
Sure.
starting small,
Sure.
moving forward. Yeah.
So yeah, as kind of
What
mingle
kind of
about-
trees were they? The red trees with the red flowers?
They are.
Were they a special kind of flower, or are they just like
They're just general.
so pretty? Cool.
They're very pretty. It's very fragrant and beautiful outside. These are very well taken care of gardens. This looks very manicured and taken care of, like it is the pride of this manor. But they've taken very good care to make sure that the outward appearance is one of high standing.
Cool.
Are you walking inside?
Well, shall we go in and see what this whole... Well, Coraline looks comfortable. Seeing her wander off.
Stop it, you're too. To other people. You just see her. Kidding.
Well, the reason why we're here is to be walking advertisements. Suppose we have to be inside to do that.
Yeah, you know. We shall go advertise.
Yes.
You all have control of your tokens and may move them as you please. As you walk in, and I've revealed everything you should be able to see now. As you walk in, you see quite a few different varieties of people. There's a couple of people off to one side, there's a couple of people up in the lounge area, there's a couple of people dancing. It's very... There's a lot of... to answer
Jeez.
Nat's question, or Nat, Din. Yes, you do see a very particular white tiefling. As you walk
I had to
in-
know.
See, here's the thing. As you walk in, some of these characters are actually from other streams. Some of these characters are actually characters that are somebody else's, that they have graciously lended me for this particular event. As you'll see...
I recognize a few of these
As you
tokens.
should.
Oh,
There's a couple
dear.
You should see as the Beyond the Realms. There's 2 people from Beyond the Realms specifically that are player characters, and 4 bards that are very familiar to us.
So many bards.
However, the bards themselves, as you see from Beyond the Realms, Beryl and Salil specifically, are out on the dance floor currently. They are not performing, but the other 3, Ecstasy, Caitlin, and Thayer, are. And that is where the soft, beautiful music is coming from, is from these 3 bards. They're standing up in the corner. Everybody else on the dance floor is dancing. There's a couple of people just out there doing it for fun. There's a couple of people that are just standing off to the sides, eating some of the food that's mingling. You do not yet see the hostess of the party, as she has yet to make her appearance. But as you look around, you see a couple of other interesting and different characters. What would you guys...
This map is so cool.
I know, I'm just exploring the map.
Are you
It's like, who do I want to talk to? Or
So,
awkwardly be around.
Yeah, so these are not the only people. There's other NPCs on the floors and everything else, but there's a lot of tokens on the floor as is. So I was like, I can only fit so much without overwhelming everybody. So if there's somewhere in particular you'd like to go, or someone you'd like to speak to, as you walk up, the ballroom itself is aglow with lanterns that are just putting out a beautiful light. It is glinting against the knights' armors that are surrounding the area. You recognize that there's not as many knights as you might expect, but it's a pretty looked after area. It's pretty wide and open space. There's tables and lounges set up for those who are tired of dancing, or just maybe dancing is not their style and they'd prefer just to mingle. There's a couple of people sitting off on benches talking. You can look up in the lounge areas. There's a couple of other people talking. There's a couple of people playing some dice games, just chatting. There's food set up on tables a little higher up and further away. You can take in all of these sights. And as you walk up, Coraline, you look off to one side. And as you look off to one side, you realize your Raven doesn't have to tell you if someone's already there, because he is there. As you look off to one side, your brother's leaning against a pillar. Plate of food in his hand and a drink in the other, as he's just sipping some red wine.
Is he the one that's over by the guard in the left?
He is right. Hold on. I'll ping it for you. He is right here.
The blonde boy.
The blonde boy.
Of course.
Of course.
What
He has yet to see you. He doesn't quite. He's not going to recognize who you are, anyways. He is off to one side.
If you haven't noticed, I've already moved my token to my first target.
I have noticed where your token is. I am well aware.
I'm also learning how this thing is
That's
at the same moment.
You'll be fine.
Roll20 is a little bit of a thing, but you should just be able to move your tokens wherever. So, I will start off with Talus. We'll start off at the camera order. What would you like to do? Where would you like to go?
I want to scan the room.
Cool.
I see that there's a few guards.
There
Do I
is.
see any tieflings that look like they could be?
You do. And I won't even make you roll a perception check through the crowd, because he is 6'6" with a 12-foot wingspan as he stands up on the steps above, where I'll ping him for you if you'd like. He is right over here
I see him.
as the captain of the guard stands there, arms crossed, stoic and serious, as he's just surveying.
I also see royal families on the table. I'm assuming those are the hosts.
The host is not yet there.
Ah,
You have not yet seen Aaliyah.
okay. And are there entrances to other parts of the castle that are open, or are the guests locked up here?
So, the ghosts are for the most part here, but off to one side. In the letter that you got detailing the guard, you know that this, where's my drawing tool? You are aware that, well, I don't want it to be pink. I don't want pink. I want red. Alright. You are aware that this space right here in that box is where the vault is kept. And you know that that is the way down into the vaults.
Mm.
Is there anything particular you want to do?
How am I going to do this?
You don't have to do it right now. You can mingle for a while. It's not like the party is just starting. So you can...
I'm definitely going to mingle. I'm not going to go straight for it, but geez, this is not going to be...
I'll let you think about it. And I'll move on to Cersei and we'll come back. Cersei, what would you like to do?
Where are they playing the dice games, actually?
Yeah, so let me show you. So the dice are actually, we're going to draw freehand over here. The dice are actually being played up here, where these two lovely individuals, that's pink, god damn it, it's fine. That's That's not the color.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It is being played up there by two particular characters. One is fur covering his body, and the other is dressed in purples and darks colors as they sit there. They're kind of quiet. They're a little awkward, but they're up there playing the dice game as if they have it set on the table between them.
Yeah, she wants to see if it's a game that she's used to seeing at like portside taverns that the sailors would play. See if she can figure out if she knows this game or not.
So see, you're kind of looking around. You're like, where will I feel most comfortable? And you look around and you see these two characters playing this game as you walk over. One of them's wearing a dark purple mask with swirls all through it with silvers. The other is just kind of wearing a very simple wooden plain brown mask as you walk up. For cover one, and this other individual will look up to you. And as you look down at the dice game, it is one that you are familiar with. It just looks a little bit fancier, like a little more money has been put into it. Yeah, they introduce themselves as Vaz and Snarl. And they invite you to sit down. Vaz is a little awkward about it, but they kind of move aside and let you sit next to them. You're able to sit between the two of them and start playing and pick it right back up as if you were back on the ship.
Excellent.
Alright, so you are playing a dice game. Rattleford, where would you like to go? Who do you want to see?
Actually, he's gonna be the last one to enter the establishment and is going to take a very nervous but calming deep breath before he walks in, and he'll just sort of slowly walk in, survey. Is there any area that's got like food or drinks or anything?
Yeah. So as you walk up, you would notice that there is right up here, right there, where the red line is through, is a table and spread set up with quite a bit of food. You'd have to walk up the steps past Zariel, but he's just hanging out. He's just standing there as you can walk up and grab some food. There's plates off to one side.
Is Raven standing next to me, or did she already go off?
That's a good question.
Raven would have hung back because she's kind of gonna see if anyone looks like they need a buddy.
That would be me.
Hello. Please get your exit buddies.
Seeing Irad kind of standing, she goes, something to do with her hands? Maybe find a drink?
A drink would be good, maybe some food. Care to join me? And he'll he'll actually put out his left arm so that way his capelet still covers.
Griffin makes sure that she's on the proper position, and she goes, well, let's go find us a good story.
Or that too. That works.
And you are able, there's plates off to one side as well as goblets and cups. Grab your food, your drinks. Are you looking for anyone in particular? Any of the tokens on the map, as well as if you're looking for a particular NPC, like, oh, I'm looking for somebody who like is this description or whatever else, is probably there. But everybody on the map you can talk to. So
Raven will wait. Rad, are you making the first move on to go chat with anyone?
No, I'm just grabbing food. Like that's he's not talking to anyone, but he'll join you.
Out of the four people kind of standing at the table, who looks like they are either the most inebriated or the one that looks like they're trying to be extra boisterous? She is looking for something that is showing outward signs of I'm going to overshare right now.
Amazing. Okay, so who you have standing here? You have a very, very handsome man standing off to one side, talking to a very tall and muscular human woman. They're just kind of chatting amongst themselves. The other two on the other side look quiet, but they're talking to each other. They're not being secretive or anything else. None of them are being particularly boisterous. They're just having a regular conversation. The two that are staying off to the one side do look like they're wearing a little, like the two gentlemen that stay off to one side, do look like they're wearing a little more expensive clothing than what the other two are wearing. They look to be a little bit wealthier.
Quick thing. I actually just thought of it. If there's anyone there that I notice that I knew from the academy, that will stick out. And the other one is I'm gonna keep my ears sort of on the lookout for anyone that might be whispering or whatever, like, what is that? What race? A wolf kind, like anything like that, particularly about him, just because he's a little self-conscious.
Nobody seems to really be whispering or anything else. They all just seem to be having a really nice time.
Raven grabs Rad's arm and goes, "Well, shall we?" and walks over to the human male and what was it? The well-dressed male and the woman, and decides to try and insert herself in the conversation.
Yeah, so they're chatting about there are a multitude of adventures as you have walked up to Talia and Bastion, courtesy of that great gentleman and Attack on Morgan for their characters. So, you have walked up and over to Talia, who is standing there. She's wearing a strapless gown. It kind of is. It's detailed with silver and gems coming down the bodice, but like yourself, and you might even find a kinship, spared no expense on making sure that she was still able to fight, as it has a slit up one side of the leg. Bastion is standing there with an ascot and a black and blue tux, one that might match his own magic. And they're just chatting. They're talking about the multitude of adventures they've gone on, the dungeons they've experienced, and the creatures that they've defeated. And as you walk up and kind of insert yourself in the conversation and start, joining in and asking questions, they welcome you to it. They just stand there with you and you visit and...
So that you really defeated that creature in that dungeon?
I did. And they'll just go on full story. And you'll just stand there and you'll enjoy it as it's a very friendly conversation, as if friends catching up. After a while, they'll kind of mingle their way down to the dance floor themselves, and those two are actually going to go dance after a while. They'll excuse themselves after finishing a story and you answering any questions you might have, and they will excuse themselves down to the dance floor to go dance together. Are you two following down, or are you going to grab a couple more drinks?
How you feeling, Rad?
I'm fine, thank you.
And they treated Ralford and they treated Raven basically like an old friend.
Do you want to try dancing, or?
I think I will just stay here. If you want to try dancing, that is all up to you. I might just take a walk around. Maybe. I don't know. Keep my eye out. You know where to find me. It's not that difficult.
Well, I tinkle, so literally as she gives a little shimmy and you can hear all the scale mail just make a little lovely tinkling noise. Is that group of three kind of standing off like the tiefling? I don't know what those other two ones are.
So, it's a human and an elf. They're standing there. They are performing. They are actually the bards.
Okay, those are the...
Yep.
Got it.
Is there anything else that you'd like to go up to?
Oh, why not? Let's go talk to the captain of the guard.
Okay, cool. Oh. So...
I'm okay holding off. I'm gonna turn into like everyone else, but that's his way of
Cool.
She's he's standing on his own.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll say you walk up to him, and I will come back to you. Coraline, you've looked around the ballroom. You've seen your brother. You also see a couple of other interesting parties. You see the noble household of dwarves off to one side with Lord and Lady.
Oh, that's who they are? Over there?
They are. It is the blonde as well as the man with the wolf.
I will head on over to them first.
Okay.
You said they're the lord and lady of the house?
The
dwarf house.
Oh.
I'll grab Talus on my way over.
Oh.
I hope you don't feel bad about the wolf mask that he has.
It is not real, it's okay. It is a symbol of his stature. Alright, so you walk over, they're just chatting amongst themselves. She's talking to him about some kind of new metal they've discovered. They look up. Oh, hello. What can I do for you?
It's a pleasure to meet you. I just wanted to meet your acquaintance, Lord and Lady Dravos. And she will.
I was like, you gonna get it right?
I'm gonna get it right. We got it right here.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And she'll put a hand and kind of shake yours. He's a little gruffer as he stands there and just nods. Did you?
And you, sir. You should meet my friend, the wolf kind. He's over there. And point over to the steps. Acting on your hat.
He kind of like squints a little, looks over, and sees Rutherford, and is a little surprised. It's not one of malice or anything else. It's just surprised to see somebody of this type standing off to one side. And then he approaches because he kind of walks over and let's see, leaving you both to talk to. Let's see, where did Rutherford go? What are you wondering about? Hey.
I'm wandering in the top corner.
Yeah, I see you. I thought you were
Not that far.
first. Yep. So he is a smaller gentleman. He is 5'4" as he walks up. It's big. It's kind of tall for a dwarf, but still. He kind of wanders over and sticks out a hand. Been a while since I've seen a wolf kind. It's good to see one of you is still about.
I'll shake his hand. Greetings. You've seen more than more wolf kind. That is rare, is it not?
Well, I'm not from these parts. I live northwest to here.
Really? I've heard tales of fellow of my wolf kind that live out there, but I wasn't aware that they were still. How recent was that?
Oh, it's been a couple of years since I've seen one, but I imagine
But within
they're
the
still
past,
there.
but within the past century, that's
They keep to
unheard of,
themselves.
at least. That is very true. It is odd for me to be this far, but I've been traveling for quite a while now, so it's not as odd for me. My name is Radolfer. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Philnim. Lord Drovis.
Lord, might I ask of Lord of what?
Oh, I am the noble household of the Forge.
Ah, interesting.
You would
So
know
I can-
that is over northwest
Yes.
in one of the colder regions of the country.
It is a bit warm down here for you, is it not?
But the missus wanted to be here, and he gestures over to the shorter blonde woman who's near Raven. No, sorry, over by Coraline, who's chatting with her. And it's just kind of. They seem to just be having light small talk for the moment. The missus wanted to come visit, and she's one for these parties, and so here I am.
I can attest to that. That is a bit of what I am in right now. My party here wanted to attend, and I obliged. It's not normal for me to attend such things, but I will do what my party wishes.
Interesting. Well, I hope that you enjoy the rest of the party. I'll catch up with you more, I'm sure. I'm going to go pull the missus into a dance, otherwise she'll complain later at me. And he'll
Well,
walk
I
away.
wish you the best, good sir.
He'll raise a hand, walk away,
Unless
back.
you spelled that wrong.
Will excuse himself and the missus, and then they will go onto the dance floor themselves.
After he leaves, Rattleford just sort of, like, he relaxes a little bit. Yeah.
Cersei, I want you to roll me a perception check.
Perception check. Ooh. Jeez.
I want to see if you've spotted something yet.
Who, me or someone else?
Cersei.
Okay.
That would equal a 21.
Perfect. It's not like he's hiding. So, where are you currently? Okay, so currently. Awesome. You are up here playing this fun dice game. You've even beat Boz and Snarl a couple of times at their own game as they're similar. Really seem to be enjoying your company as you're throwing this dice around, and you've learned a couple of tricks from your days on the ship. And then you hear somebody loudly laughing from the dance floor as he's walking away from a conversation. And you look over, because your eyes kind of, you hear it, your eyes kind of look over into the dance floor, and there, walking away, his cape floating around him, as if by itself, as his jacket floats and moves and shimmers with his own body. And his hair standing up, the mask similar, stands in air genasi. He is dressed in golds and silvers, and it looks celestial in his own right as he's walking onto the dance floor.
I
This is the
am
first time
mother.
you've seen an air genasi, and or a genasi of any other sort.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I need to have a conversation. Thank you very much for the game. For excellent sport.
Whenever you want. Pause.
Certainly.
You step out. And he's not dancing with anybody yet. He's just kind of enjoying the fact that he's laughed and people are paying attention to him. He's kind of standing there, his coat floating around him.
Oh, there he is. I was trying to figure out where he was.
I thought he looked funky.
I'll have to tell his player who you said that. If they're not already watching.
Pardon me, can I bother you for a dance?
Oh. Well, of course.
I have to warn you, I'm not very good at it, though.
That's fine. I'm very good. And he steps onto the dance floor with you.
You just see kind of after I've had the conversation with the devotees, like I'm over there like
He's tall, broad-shouldered as he gets into position to dance with you. He flashes you a very charming smile as the music starts playing and you start dancing with this individual. It's not bad. He's actually very good.
Excellent.
What do you want to say to him?
Could I ask what you were laughing about?
Oh, well, just having a friendly conversation with friends, and you look over and there's two individuals off to one side sitting down that are giggling amongst themselves. One of them with mohawk hair that's flopped over to one side, and the other with short, curly, tight brown hair and a cat around their feet.
Are they a traveling party?
Oh, no, I travel alone. But I enjoy the conversations with the people occasionally.
So you're quick to make new friends.
Quick to make acquaintances.
Ah. Have you made many acquaintances who seem to be of our variety?
And he kind of looks you up and down, then... No, not often. Occasionally.
I have a feeling that you're going to be pretty pleased to know that you are actually the first of our kind that I have met besides myself.
He gets the biggest grin. Really? Well, I hope that I'm putting a good experience in your mind.
Certainly an impression.
He's something.
Good that you said that.
hopefully a good one then.
You're very charming.
And he kind of spins you out and pulls you back in. Continues dancing. you watch Ava go. Was there anything that you wanted to ask him? Or just a general conversation?
She's just trying to figure out, like, yeah, it's very general. She's not going to be asking, like, tell me about, like, all the random things about Genasi's that you know, but just, like, trying to figure out, like, I'm going to experience another Genasi. This is great.
He will tell you as you're having general conversation. He'll eventually ask your name. You tell him, and he tells you that his name is Air. It's E-R-A.
Era.
Eventually, the dance will come to the end. He'll spin you out, give you a bow, and then excuse himself off to one side to go enjoy a drink.
It's been a pleasure.
And you'll walk away. You've just experienced your first other Genasi.
Ayo.
He is something, I will say. So, Brayden, you have walked over to Zariel. So, Zariel is a 6'6", 12-foot wingspan, red tiefling who currently has his wings furled behind his back. He's standing there, arms crossed. Kind of looks up at you, looks over as you walk over. You are 5'2" compared to his 6'6", but you are standing above on the steps a little bit above him, so you're not quite as short as you might be just walking up to him on the dance floor. Walks over. He's like, kind of gives a side look. Doesn't say anything.
Do I know he's like captain of the guard, or?
It's very obvious.
She gives like kind of a polite nod and curtsy and goes, "Might it bother you with a question?"
No, go ahead. As he sighs and looks back across the dance floor, not really looking in your direction, but paying attention. You can tell he's aware and present. He's just keeping an eye on the dance floor as well.
I'm from out of town and I don't know many people, but I'm a story collector and you'd know the guest list much better than I, as you are the captain and that is part of your job. Is there anyone unoccupied that I could potentially get a good story out of?
He raises a slight eyebrow. He looks up, he kind of looks over questioningly. This is not the question he quite expected. Just like, them. And points to two very pale figures. They're currently arguing in the middle of the dance floor. Off to one side a little bit. They're authors. And
Authors, you
there's
say?
a dark-haired man, dark-haired woman. One has horns, the other has pointed ears. Both very pale, both dressed in all black.
Do you know what they're authors of?
Well, and points to the man. He wrote a book about somebody else, and she, I think, wrote the foreword or proofread it. They're together. I'm not quite sure what it's about. He was talking about it earlier to somebody else, and I overheard it.
Beautiful, and she just kind of puts like a hand on his arm and goes, "Thank you so much, and you're doing great work."
Well, thank you.
And then she will make her way towards two pale figures.
So, who you are currently walking towards is Tybalt and Katya, courtesy of Von Edgelord and Robin the Warlock.
Hey yo! Hey yo!
And they are currently in heated discussion about beholders.
Yeah!
They're a little older than they used to be. They're teasing and a dampier. As you walk up, you are very easily able to realize that this is a white tiefling and a dampier. You walk up. Katya is currently berating him over walls being safe or not. to a beholder. He's just, well, it's not safe. But you walk up and he looks up and smiles. You're wearing a black poet shirt, ruffles down the middle, quill tucked behind his ear. She's standing there with her arms crossed, wearing a black gown with red roses lining the top. He'll look up, and he'll, once you kind of let them know that you're looking for a story, he'll launch into one about Amara's Island, and when they went there to defeat said beholder that turned into a death tyrant, and they were successful and won. He'll launch into it, and then he'll tell you about Malto the Magnificent, which is one of their former party members, who said, trust me, turned invisible, was not present for the entire fight, turned revisible and fireballed the beholder in the end. He'll launch into this entire story and how he's written a new book about Malto the Magnificent, and he provides you a copy of Malto the Magnificent, the magician.
Just carries copies of his book around with him.
Would you sign it for me?
And with a flourish, he'll write Tybalt across it, and Katya will take it and sign her name underneath, as she did, in fact, write the foreword and proofread the entire thing, and hand it back.
Nice.
This is such a beautiful gift, and how might I thank you for it?
Oh, as long as my works get out into the world, that's all I care about. Katya will kind of smack his arm.
Hey. You're both authors and wonderful writers. Can I join you for a drink and another story? As she's going to put her arm now on, oh my gosh, what's his name? Tybalt. I'll put her hand on Tybalt, being
yeah,
like...
You could definitely have a drink with Tybalt and Katya, 100%.
She's fully trying to engross herself into this
these two will keep
conversation.
Very entertained for a while. As she sits there and has these conversations.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna progressively get flirtier and flirtier as we go along.
100%, yeah.
Though as she's, which direction are we heading?
They'll probably just honestly walk a couple of steps back to here. I'll maybe do as well.
Okay. They'll
probably walk here and kind of out of the way of everybody else as they're enjoying their drinks.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Raven is set for the evening.
What would you like to do, ma'am?
Knowing that area is there, I kind of want to check out the area a bit. First, I'm very curious about this pink-haired individual because what a look.
Pink-haired person. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're kicking their feet. They're sitting on this bench kicking their feet as you step over. This is... You can't quite tell if they're male or female, but they're very cute as you sit there. They introduce themselves as Kilby. Yeah, they're just kicking their feet as they sit and you join, and they introduce themselves as Kilby, and very bubbly and sweet and kind as you start talking to them.
Aww.
Did you ask, was there anything in particular you want to ask them? Also, this character, courtesy by, we just changed her name, is it Dungeons and Penguins now? Dragons and Penguins? It's Jet. This is Jet's character.
Yeah.
Juliet's character. But, was there anything in particular you want to ask them? They're very sweet and bubbly the entire time that you're talking to them.
I'll ask them how come they're at the party and what brings them here.
Oh, I just really like parties. I thought it'd be a lot of fun to be here. And so I am.
Love it. Well, Kilby, I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. I'll see you around.
Oh, you too.
Cute. This is gonna be tough.
Really put me through the rigor. They're like, here's all these NPCs, and I was like, oh, cool. A lot of different voices.
So many personalities.
A lot of different personalities, but that's okay.
The two gentlemen that are still at the table, at the food table.
Yes, those two gentlemen.
Do they look like they're nobles? Do they look like...
One of them does. The one that looks like a noble is the one who's right here. This one.
Gotcha. I'll walk up to them.
Okay. So.
And
everyone's last to left.
I will introduce myself. Hello, the name is Cassandra. Who might you be?
Cassandra.
And the one that looks more regal and noble will introduce himself as Galvin Vey. And that name pings off in your head. Make me a history check.
Net 20.
Ooh, okay, great, perfect. So, as soon as you hear the name Galvin Vey, you're like, oh, that is the head noble household where their main export thing that they handle is the military, and this is Lord Vinay's eldest son.
And Lord Vinay is the guy whose house we're in?
Nope, this is the Vinettes. This is Vey.
Oh god, there's so many names.
There's a lot of names. Once you guys meet enough nobles, I'll provide you with a nobles list.
Coraline just knows everyone. She's like, oh, this is Uncle Fred. This is like Aunt Libby. It's fine.
But so this is Galvin, the eldest son. You would know that that they also have a younger son and then a daughter, but you don't see any of them at this party. This seems to be the only representative that they sent.
Okay. Did he introduce... Oh, he did introduce himself.
He introduced himself, and then
my mistake. I didn't realize who you were. You know, these masks, they just cover everything up.
I'm sure you look ravishing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So, Calvin, what brings you here? I don't seem to see anyone else from your family. At least I don't recognize them. Masks.
I like the kind of like ditzy that you've given Talis, like the mask. I very much appreciate.
No,
this is
Talis right now is literally the mood for the last year. Didn't recognize you, masks.
Mask, weird.
You know.
No, I'm the only representative that they sent this year. The rest of the family was tied up in other things, meetings with the king, etc. This is Malik, off to his side. You would know this is his friend.
Malik, pleasure to meet you. I don't know where to go with this.
That's fine. Everything's kind of just chit-chatting and everything else, so you're good.
So, from my understanding, you have your hand in military. Anything interesting happening?
Well, nothing I can really talk about, but we handle most of the king's personal guards, etc. So, just normal military things. I'm sure nothing that would interest a lady like yourself.
Yes, nothing that would interest a lady like myself. If you'll excuse me, and I'll walk over.
As you should. Interesting.
Oh God.
So, as you step away, and these two kind of make their way down, kind of go get a change of scenery. These two are just kind of quietly talking to themselves. They're gonna go stand over here. Where would you like to go, Talis?
I wanna look at the captain of the guard. Is he just like still scanning the...
He's just kind of standing there. Guessing by the time, you could assume that the hostess will probably be making her appearance soon, so he's just making sure that the area is safe.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go and take a look at this area. and survey it. Does it look like there's like traps, or does it look like it seems a little unguarded, knowing that that's where the diamond is? And
look over there, you can see Zariel's eyes kind of turning your direction.
I'll give him a little wave.
Yeah, you're being nonchalant. He just kind of like looks unfazed, but you notice that it is directly in his eye line.
As I make eye contact, I'm going to act it out as an invitation to go and talk to him.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna go up to him, or are you inviting him over
Yep.
to you? Okay, cool.
No, I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can like
get his attention.
Persuade him with body language to come over to talk.
Can I roll perception to see if I see Talus doing this?
Yes.
Okay, because I want to see. Okay, yep, we're good. Okay, I really want to see because
this is great.
I had told everybody earlier.
13.
Yeah, you can probably figure out like as you're looking through the crowds, you're like, where did Talus go? As you look over and you're like,
noticing that she's gonna just like you kind of hear from like across the room, shoot your shot, and you get a bardic inspiration. Not noticing who you're trying to like entice.
So do I have to roll?
No.
Nope, you just have a d6.
You have a bardic inspiration to add to whatever you roll for your next roll if you want to add it. Like, yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
so
no, you get it for 10. You get it for 10 minutes. So.
Okay, cool. So you get to add that. Cool. Okay, so yeah, you see. Are you? You know what? Roll me persuasion. Let's see if you can entice Zariel to come over to see what you're doing.
25.
25? Okay.
25?
I rolled a 19, and I didn't even use the bardic inspiration.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Alright. Anyways. So, interesting.
I'm just, by the way, right now, I'm picturing is Ursula saying, body language.
Yeah. So, you kind of make eyes at him. Kind of, do a little head nod. And he walks over, kind of strolling. It's a leisurely stroll, kind of keeping an eye half on the ballroom as he walks over. He stops at the bottom of the steps, looks up at you. Did you need something?
I'll step very, like, sexily down the steps.
Sultry.
Very sultry with my slit and my leg popping out every step. I just thought that you looked interesting and you looked a little lonely there. These parties can be awfully boring, but you look like an interesting individual. What are you doing here?
God damn it, he's not very smart when it comes to the Wonder Wiles, apparently. He rolled a 6. I'm like,
oh no!
God damn it, Zariel. Well,
Lordy.
and his eyes, as you walk down, kind of trail up you to meet your gaze. He stares in your eyes. He talks. He's like, well, I mean, I'm captain of the guard. This is kind of my job.
You're captain of the guard. Interesting. I wouldn't have pinned you as the captain of the guard. You fit right in here.
Oh, well, thank you, but yeah, this is my job.
Is this? Am I remembering? How tall is this guy?
He's 6'6".
Oh.
He's 6'6", with a wingspan of 12 foot, but his wings are furled back behind him.
I will be one step above him so I can keep eye.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, he's a big guy. He's broad shouldered. I think I have. Let me see if I know I took I know I.
Do we have the hero forge?
I know I have his hero forge. It's just a matter of if I put it in the Streamlabs because I have it. He's a very handsome tiefling, I will say. Let me add it in here.
As
No wonder everyone wants to talk to him.
He's a very handsome tiefling. He's very good looking. Ariel, let me grab him here.
I feel bad now.
I don't
When
think
I made
anyone's
Zariel,
mad
I
at
was like,
tieflings.
this
It's
poor
not
character. Everybody's gonna hit on Zariel. I was like, he's too handsome. Where is he? There he is. Cool.
Curse.
Alright, let me, real
Curse
quick,
being
throw Zariel up on stream. I will move him down. Oh, that's not where I want to put him. That's fine. Because I'm going to we'll just have him pop up for a second. Go over the map. Let me close the map for a second. There's Ariel. Transition. There's our boy Ariel.
I'm waiting for him to pop up. I don't see him.
So ready to pop up.
He's a very handsome tiefling.
Oh boy.
As all tieflings should be.
As all tieflings should be.
As all tieflings should be.
Snap.
But Talus seems to have flustered our lovely tiefling boy.
For once, it's not Coraline?
For once, it's not
Yes.
Coraline. So, Talus, you've got Zariel a little bit flustered now.
Very well built.
Oh,
Very
oh boy.
He's
Oh boy.
Talus is like, oh shoot. He's a very handsome boy. Very handsome tiefling. He's a little bit flustered.
Oh God, I'm panicking. I'm panicking.
I can come back to you for a second.
You're doing so good.
I can come back to you for a second if you'd like. So,
yes.
Cool. So, Coraline.
Coraline.
What do you want to do, love?
I am looking and trying to find as many noble families or anybody that seems of interest that people are talking to or talking with that seem to have an air about them.
Yeah. So, let's see. So you see the noble families. And you don't see anybody from a couple of them. They're probably out doing any other business, but you've met the dwarves. You do see DeVays off to one side. You see Galvin and his infamous friend, Malik. And you see your brother walking up to Galvin. And they're standing there. And they're talking. They're visiting. They know each other. They're standing there, just talking.
Okay, I'm gonna go on over.
Okay, cool. So you go on over. Okay. And what are you doing when you walk over? Walk over. The three men are just chatting.
Very courtly to the two nobles. Young lords. Pleasure to meet you both.
Let me nod. Your brother not recognizing you, just smiles. Gives you a little nod.
Are you joining the party?
And Galvin, oh, quite well. The drinks are wonderful as every year that they normally are. Laris will smile. Oh, it's good. It's nice. Bit of dancing here and there.
And you are to the friend of...
Oh, I'm Malik. It's very nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Coraline.
Very nice to meet you. And are you wanting general small talk?
General small talk, then mostly to the two others, and then slowly kind of focusing over to Aluros after like chatting up with the friends. Terrible tragedy that happened over to Asmar. That's close to your estate, isn't it?
Absolutely terrible. And Mac will shrug a little and look a little sad. And Galvin, Sam, It was a mess. The paperwork was a mess.
Well, we all have our own jobs, and apparently I feel like that's also a small price to pay for the people that perished in that terrible accident.
They'll agree, they'll nod. Alaris will shrug a little. I was there shortly before, and I can't believe I missed it. Just barely.
Do you know what happened? It's a bit muddied for a couple of different
Not
stories.
Galvin will shrug a little. We're working hard to investigate.
Ah, yes, you're military and everything.
Yeah.
How are the foot soldiers doing? Isn't your brother part of that as well?
He is. They fare quite well.
Well, pleasure to meet you both, and you as well, to the friend. I'm going to go get some drinks.
Enjoy. Alaris will kind of smile.
I don't like him.
Which one?
Try and get it.
I will allow you to roll insight if you're getting a weird vibe. You can roll insight, Caroline.
Okay.
About any of them. Which are you looking for?
I don't think I wasn't getting a weird vibe. I was just trying to talk to my brother a little bit. Okay. Really just...
I would say if you're getting a weird vibe about anybody, you can roll insight if you're looking for something, but...
I do want to see as I'm leaving if Aluris picked up on anything from me.
Okay, you can roll insight. Or deception, whatever you want to roll.
Well, I'm looking at him. Oh. No.
Okay. Want to roll insight?
Forgot I was supposed to be doing Irish during that conversation, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, fuck, that's cocked. Okay,
Go ahead, reroll.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Well, that's a 10.
10?
To inside him. So.
He got a little... He noticed that he seemed a little suspicious, but...
Okay, that's good.
He seems a little suspicious of you, but maybe in a more general sense. Couldn't quite place why he was suspicious. Just that he was.
Cool. I'll just go hang out and buy the food and get a drink and see if anybody approaches.
Cool. Rutherford, what you doing during this time, man?
I would have just been chilling over here, enjoying my drink. Again, was wondering if I noticed anyone out on the dance floor whilst I was observing that looked like anyone I knew from the academy.
So, there is somebody who catches your eye. You haven't necessarily seen her at the academy, but she seems pretty astute herself. As she's out on the dance floor with another purple tiefling as she kind of dances around. And you see this lovely tiefling over here. She seems astute. She seems like she is well learned. She seems intelligent. Maybe somebody who's going to school there. Just somebody to keep an eye on.
I'm gonna go ahead and make my way over there.
Currently, she's just... Oh, I'm going to put here, come here talking to this guy. Yeah, so, yes, she's currently on the dance floor. Walk up. Does he do?
Pardon me.
Oh! She'll look up at you. She is 5'3".
Oh,
and
the baby.
she'll look up at you. Oh, well, hi there.
Hello there, my name is Radolfer. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
I'm Nex. Nice to meet you.
You said Mex or Nex?
Nex. N-E-X.
Nex, it is a pleasure.
Oh, you as well. Care for a dance?
I might step on your toes, I'm not...
That's fine, I'm a cleric. And she'll start dancing
Oh.
with you. What do you want to talk to her about?
I was just, overlooking, sorry, I was just overlooking the, dance floor here and you caught my eye. You look like you are studious. Do you know of the academy in Demore?
Oh, yeah, I've been there many a time.
As whenever she talks, he's sort of like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
She won't mind.
Are you familiar with Professor Ovros?
Oh, yes, actually. It's been a little while since I've seen him, but he knows my mother.
Oh, wonderful. He was like a mentor to me once I was there. Yeah, very, very long time ago.
Yes, it's been a while since I've seen him, but I think I've seen him lately. Yeah, I think the last time I was there, he was there.
How was he? It's just been decades since I've seen him.
Good. He was good. Grumpy as always, but no more than normal.
Can I roll to see if I step on her foot?
Roll me a performance check.
Okay. I don't know if he'd be this good for that long.
And then I'm gonna go back to Talus after this, and then I'm gonna have something happen. So just
15.
15. Let's see. Her performance is pretty high. You just graze the side of her shoe. She is able to counter your step and step out of the way so you don't. And she just continues smiling at you like it never happened.
Aww.
She doesn't even bring attention to it.
It was a pleasure talking with another academy attendee.
Yeah, it's lovely meeting you. You said your name was Rattleford?
Yes.
It's been a pleasure. Is there anything else I can help you with or tell you about?
I was just wondering how the academy has been faring, if there's any news at all of anything that has happened. It's been so long since I've been over there.
Nothing new that I can think of. I'd have to ask my mother. She's a little more informal with the professor.
Ah, I see. Is she attending this at all?
No, she's mostly antisocial when it comes to these things. She sent me instead.
I understand your mother completely. These are not sort of my events to be attending, more as guarding, but this would be my first time attending such an event.
Well, you're doing a good job.
Thank you. I had a pretty good teacher.
Oh, that's good. Whoever it was taught you very well. I'm sure if my mother was here, she'd love to meet you.
I'm sure I would as well. Thank you for the dance. I am going to get another drink. Would you care for one at all?
No, I think I'm good for now. Thank you very much.
Well, it was a pleasure dancing with you. I am
well.
sorry if I almost got your foot.
Think nothing of it.
And then I'll bow and keep walking on.
It's fine. Step away, that's fine. So, Talus, how you doing, love? What you doing?
So, I am going to keep talking to him for a little bit, and going to run my finger on his shoulder down his chest.
Okay.
And use charm.
Charm person?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is the DC for the wisdom saving throw?
14.
14?
14. Do that question.
This could go really bad.
I know. But wait, before you roll, question, and this actually might change if I want to do it or not.
Sure.
If you try to charm person and they fail, but it's not in combat, do they know that you tried to charm them? Because I know that in combat after they're charmed, they know that they were charmed or something like that. But if it fails, do they know?
Let's see what he says. Oh, he's an idiot. No, he will not know this. He rolled a 5, so as the dice decide, no, he will not know this. At least not in this. Having had a couple of drinks himself, he's kind of intoxicated. If he was sober,
he's intoxicated. It's the captain of the guard.
Intoxicated.
6'6". He's allowed to have a couple of drinks.
I should have tried harder.
He has had he's had a couple of drinks. He's not like super like inebriated or anything, but he has had a couple. So he may not be up to full standard. If this was him sober, then I would say, yeah, he would know. But at the moment, he is not. And the wisdom save, you said it's 14?
Yeah.
He rolled a 13, so he fails.
Oh my lord.
So, you've successfully charmed Ariel.
I'll say, I think I want to go somewhere more private. Why don't we go this way?
Cool. Okay. Cool.
And then gonna lead him down here.
It's so funny that you're gonna do this, and I'll tell you why in a second. So I'll come back to you in just a moment. This is why I knew it was gonna go this way. Is why it's so funny to me.
My heart is beating so fast.
As you are leading Zariel, or him leading you, however you head down the spiral staircase. You two are off to the side, so we'll put you guys right there. You're headed down. So, the bards stop playing, and for a moment, the bar is silent as the dancing comes to a halt. And the knight, their normal red clothing and their armor, comes around the corner. Everyone, your hostess, Aaliyah Vanette, accompanied by Yalin of Wickervale. And from the side comes Aaliyah Vanette, dressed in red and black, as she steps down the stairs. Oh, my token is facing the wrong way. What is he doing? Yalin's decided he's upside down. That's fine. He's a damn pain.
He has a cartwheel into the room, like.
So, accompanied by Aaliyah Vanette walks into the room. She is tall and picturesque, with her hair pulled back into a tight ponytail, hanging down and around over one arm. At her side stands a very, very pale individual. He's quiet next to their side, but she is slowly forming a smile as she looks across the ballroom at you all. Lords, ladies, esteemed friends and guests, welcome to the Masquerade Ball this year. I hope you all have been enjoying the lovely food and drink that I've provided. It's been lovely to see you all, and I hope you can continue to enjoy the rest of your evening. As she steps down, there's a couple of small applauses, and Yalin will step off with her. She does not take his arm. She just walks. He does not attempt to even provide it as she just continues down the stairs. She's wearing a red and black ball gown. Cersei, will you roll me a history check?
Ooh. Ooh, not very good. That's that.
That's okay. It's not a very high DC. At least not for this.
12.
12? Oh, perfect. Okay. So, as she's stepping down, you are a little surprised to notice that the fabrics that she's wearing were ones that were exported on your ship.
Oh.
And said crate was also fabrics that were blue, but you do not see those. You just see the reds. Just so you're aware.
Oh.
Let me see. Where is... I know I have her... Oh, I think I have her under the royals. Where did all my NPCs go, and why have they done this? Oh, there she is. Cool, I wanted you guys to see. I've got Yalin and Vanette.
Yes.
Boop. So let me move.
Just as a question, would Cersei be able to recognize any of, like, see if the dress was Natalie's?
Yeah.
Or was it a different
roll
make?
insight if you'd like.
Yeah. By insight.
So this one, I'll put it on stream, is Yalin.
And then that would be an equal of 18.
18? It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be of the utmost craftsmanship, but it doesn't seem to be one of the Natlings. So I put on the stream, that one is Yalin, who is dressed in a very militaristic styled outfit. Raven, will you roll me history?
Okay.
History?
History. As you look over and see this individual walking with Aaliyah.
22!
Perfect. As soon as you see Yalin come around the corner with Aaliyah, you look over the outfit, and you're like, I know that outfit. I know that outfit. As you recognize a representation of Wickervale, specifically the emblem he's wearing of the Raven Queen.
Ooh.
You can just file it away. As he steps down. And there, where's Aaliyah? Oh, there she is.
These excellent hero forges.
I make so many.
They're
Good.
good.
And then there's Aaliyah. And Aaliyah is wearing a black cape along with her gown. But she steps down. I've thrown her up on stream as well because she is lovely and I love her very much. But so she steps down and starts mingling amongst the crowds. Perfect. Alright, I have one of air for you, Cersei, since I didn't get a chance to show you earlier. Just to backtrack a little bit, just to show you who it was. Oops, I don't want to show all of them.
How fancy she is with all her candles.
Oh, she's so glorious.
She looks so regal.
She does.
She, and you recognize, is a Dampier.
Ah.
So
I was going to say, she looks very vampire.
She is. Because she is. Yeah,
Nope. Hashtag not a vampire.
Hashtag not a vampire. She is a Dampier. But, where did air go? Where's my air boy? There he is. This one is air. This is what I mean by he is extra as all hell. As it transitions. I love him dearly, but goddamn. So. Alright, air Genasi.
The Nazis.
So.
Yes.
There's air.
Oh.
He's so extra. I can't wait for you guys to meet him as a player.
Absolutely
So,
fabulous.
so, as you're all mingling,
Love it.
Talus. This is why I think it's so damn funny. It's because there's a second map that I prepared for this exact scenario. So, if you all will, I think you might have to refresh. I might have.
Oh, it took me there.
Cool. Great. That's where I need you to be. So. So, this is why I thought it was so damn
If
funny.
you're ready, waiting on the couch
Yep.
for me?
Welcome in, guys. Thank you for the raid. So, this is why I thought it was so damn funny. Is that I already had Talus and Zariel in this room as tokens ready to go.
She's prepped. She's ready. She's a great DM.
If you thought
And you had him ready on the couch. Like,
so that was somebody else,
True, Talus.
playing him, making sure that they could move him and everything else. But okay, Ava, there you go. Save settings. You now have control of your data token. So,
Oh, damn,
as
there's
you-
soldiers in here.
So, but
All right.
don't worry. So, as you walk in, Zariel walking with you. There are two guards you see in this room. One is standing in the doorway of. Thank you, Dinner Game. You guys are wonderful. So as you guys wander
Hide your
down
pets.
the steps, you come into almost a quarters. It's not quite what you expect of a vault. It's a little strange, but when you start thinking about it, Aaliyah's a little extra. And Aaliyah takes very good care of her cards and normally has someone stationed down here so they would spend most of their time here when they rotate shifts. So, as you step it down the steps, there's a knight right there who Zariel immediately dismisses. And he walks up the steps. And he looks over to the other in the doorway and also dismisses them as well. So both those knights, as soon as you come down the stairs, walk up the stairs and leave as the captain of the guard dismisses them himself. You see off to one side of the doorway. You assume that's the door. What do you You've successfully gotten Zariel, captain of the guards, seduced and charmed, down into the vault, where you were supposed to be stealing a blood diamond. What are you doing?
I'm gonna say, I like that we're alone. Why don't you take a seat? I'll get to that room. I'm gonna get changed into something more comfortable.
Roll me persuasion with advantage, because that was really good.
Persuasion or deception?
Which one would you prefer? I will
Deception.
Deception? Roll deception. Do it. Roll me deception. Use those rogue abilities. He's such an idiot when it comes to women, too. Like, goddamn.
I'm considering if I want to use my bardic inspiration or not. I rolled a...
Well, remember,
21.
it's only good for 10 minutes, so...
All right. I have 21 right now. I'm just scared I might have to use it for something.
I'm going to tell you 21 is fine.
Okay.
He rolled a 1.
Oh, the poor boy!
This guy
so
apparently does not know what to do with a woman. It's just like, yeah, I'll totally listen to you. I don't know.
Talus is that good
Talus
looking
is
that he's
that
like,
good.
oh my gosh, like, I'm hitting.
Because I've rolled things for him otherwise, and he's been fine. It's just with this. So, he's
ankles.
absolutely just awestruck by Talus as he goes and he sits down, and he just sits straight on the couch, and you are very easily able to walk into the other room.
I will walk behind him first and like raise his shoulders before of course before I go into
run a hand along the back of his,
As you do.
his shoulders as you step into the room. So, as Talus steps into this room, which is filled with gold and gems and everything else, you do see a diamond sitting on the table.
Do I recognize it to be what I'm looking for?
It seems to be. There's also
What is the map?
There's also
Go ahead.
Yep, there's also a scroll.
I was gonna say, what is the map or scroll next to it? First thing I want to do is I want to check for traps.
Cool. Check for traps.
Or any kind of magical thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would that be?
Checking for
Perception?
traps is investigation.
Investigation.
Mm-hmm. I like that I prepared for this exact scenario. That to me is the funniest goddamn thing.
Wait, is this you doing the thing? Because I want to give her inspiration still.
You can give her inspiration if you'd like to give her inspiration.
Yeah, you can use it on whatever, but I'm going to give you... Where is it?
How do I use it?
It's just a d4 out of 2 roll.
Okay.
I don't
think
have
I
enough
could
for
use it.
advantage, but I'm almost there for advantage, but I'm going to give you...
So it's 1d4?
Yep. See, I have 1d4 to your roll.
Oh my god. Because I used the bardic inspiration, I got a 1 on there, and I rolled a 4, so not great. But I got a 4 on the d4, so that's 8, 9 plus 6.
9 plus 6. You just beat DC that it said. So cool.
Oh my gosh! Thank God for inspiration.
Good thing you had inspiration. So as you're approaching this table and the various things that are on it, as well as looking around at the gems and the coins and stuff, you do see a string.
Oh.
A trigger that's attached to this table and appears to be attached to the weight of the table, where if you were to lift something, it'll go off. You do see, as you're scanning the string, it leads to the other room. As you kind of like poke your head out just to see where it goes, you see bells across the top of the doorway. That if you were to release something, the alarms will trigger and these bells will start going off.
Would Talus know how to best approach this? Like, would disarming that be better, or would be just avoiding it be better?
Oh, 100%. You could definitely disarm it very easily.
Okay,
now
I will
that she
disarm.
knows it's there, it's very easy for her to realize. So yeah, you quickly quickly disarm it. On the table is this scroll, as well as a diamond. Seems a lot of precautions for just a scroll and a diamond in your mind, but yeah, we'll take them.
Okay. I look around a little more. I am seeing a sword on there.
You can.
Do I need a roll?
No. If you want to take it, you can take it.
I also threw you an inspiration, so next time you.
Now you have another inspiration. I love how the party is just like, we're not there, but we'll help you steal.
Gonna help you commit.
We need to not be liable for this. So if you fail, we're liable. If you're fine, then it's fine, and then you can tell us about it later, and then we can get mad at you later. But at least you succeeded.
If you're gonna do something wrong, do it well.
Yeah.
That's the plan, Stan.
That's good
You gonna
advice.
steal the sword?
Would it fit in my bag of holding?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can put it in there really easy.
Put it in my Mary Poppins bag. Is there anything else that looks of interest in there? Like gems? I don't want to really take a coin.
No, not really.
Alright. Alright. I will put my bag away discreetly. Can I arm the trap back?
Yes.
I will arm it again.
Yes, you do so. I won't even make
Okay.
of it. It's a very easy trap once you realize it's there. It's just a matter of seeing it.
Okay. And what I'll do now is I'll put off on one shoulder my strap.
Okay.
I'll let my hair down to make it look like I did something.
Did something. Yeah, you got it.
Something.
And I'll walk over to the very nice but unfortunate for him captain of the guard.
Yes.
And Talus is kind of used to this because it's not the first time she's had to charm her way into
In and out of
stealing
situations.
missions, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
He thinks nothing of it, and she'll give him a little action.
Okay.
Nothing too intimate, but a little action.
Just a little bit. Cool. Yeah, we'll fade to black there.
Okay.
Yeah, you got your stuff. We'll fade to black on Talus. Cool. So, upstairs. And I'm going to move you guys back. It'll move you, just so you guys know again. Upstairs. And we'll say, we'll give Talus a little bit of time. Some time passes. You guys have kind of lost sight of her. But it's fine.
A lot of people.
Eventually, one more person does wander fashionably late, as she does, into the ballroom. She is tall. She is golden eyes.
Aw, shit.
They're yellow.
Aw, shit.
They're yellowed and golden. Coraline doesn't recognize her. Not this one. She's wearing a green, golden trimmed and threaded gown with a high slit up her leg.
Ooh.
A plunging neckline with green scales down the side of her face and her neck and her arms, as a black raven-haired Yuan Ti stands with a very commanding presence. What kind of surveys the ballroom?
Ooh.
She smiles as she loves a good party. Goes and gets a drink of wine, and her eyes settle on Air, who she immediately scoops up into a dance. And the two, you can't tell if they're flirting or fighting. A little bit of both.
Both.
Eventually, she'll kind of wander about. She just kind of commands the room with her presence as she wanders, and Aaliyah will nod and she'll talk to her for a little while. They'll chat. Aaliyah will walk away. After a little while, Talus, you, and Zariel, who's now a little more disheveled, comes back up. Aaliyah pays him no mind as he wanders back to his post. A little, not sheepish, just a little flustered, a little red in the face.
I'll give him a wink before he goes.
And he's gonna wander back to his post.
A little tap on the ass on the way go. Like,
I'm not gonna do that.
You wander back. Are you going to kind of examine what you've taken before you wander back into the party?
Like, make sure it's the right thing?
Just in general, because you also took a sword. I was just seeing if you were looking at what you had grabbed, because you grabbed the diamond and the scroll, and which was tied, as well as the sword, which is why I was asking.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll like discreetly in a corner just take a look and make sure
nobody's kind of looking at the moment. They're more keeping an eye on this now very commanding UNT presence, as well as Aaliyah, because Aaliyah, though quiet, there's a very commanding presence in it herself. And you are able to examine them. How far do you want to examine them? Like, are you just kind of like quickly looking at them, or
like from what distance?
No, like just how intently are you examining like each object? Like, are you just making? Oh,
I'm only interested in really examining the diamond.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you examine the diamond. Roll me investigation.
This die is doing fantastic. 19 plus 6.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay, so 19 plus 6. 25.
It's like 3 19s.
I know, you've done very well. Okay, so.
I've been praying.
You're holding it. You're looking at it. You were told to go get the blood diamond. From all of your years of being a theft, from all of your thieving and what Lados has taught you, this isn't a blood diamond. This is a regular diamond. The quality is nice, enough to fool someone who wouldn't know. It's not what it's supposed to be.
Fudge.
What other things you got as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so the sword is just a regular +1 sword. You unfurl the scroll and it's blank. There's nothing on it. You can examine it backwards, forwards, using magic. It is blank.
Ooh. Tables.
Darn.
So, I'm going to give you all a chance to either... I'm going to let you guys decide what you want to do. If there's anybody else in this room that you want to talk to now, before I have a series of events happen. A series of events. So I'm going to have you guys, if you want, if there's anybody else in the room you want to talk to.
Are they unfortunate?
Who's this?
Who is who?
Oh, I'm trying to ping him.
I don't know if it'll let you.
Which person? I think I see a corner of a wing. He's purple. He has horns. He's over on the left.
Which one?
Oh, the studious cleric.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Nex.
Got it.
You can talk to Nex if you want. You have not.
Oh, jeez.
We will be doing another session here, so you'll have another chance. I just want to give you guys, before a series of events now happens, I want to see if you guys want to do anything else.
I would actually love to go over and talk to the Yuan-Ti.
Okay, so you go over.
If she's making rounds and has a drink in hand.
Yeah, she does. And as you walk over, you realize it's not just a drink. Oh no, she's drinking out of a goblet. Because a normal glass is just not fancy enough for her. So you walk over. What are you saying to her?
Your eyes are quite beautiful, I have to say.
She holds the goblet and she smiles. Oh, well, thank you. That's very sweet of you. May I say, your features are beautiful in and of themselves.
In as much courtly mannerisms as well, try to just ask who she is, where she's from, and what her status is, and how she's associated with Lady Ali.
Okay, so
yeah,
she will disclose that her name is Nessa. She won't tell you where she's from.
Makes sense.
She also won't tell you her status.
absolutely also makes sense.
As she kind of will curtly turn the conversation and just be like, well, not all of us have noble titles. And
oh shit, okay.
And we'll kind of
insight check that statement. What?
Go ahead. You can insight check.
Fuck you. 5.
Well,
inspiration.
I'm just saying you will not beat her at this if you want to hold the inspiration. So you ask her. She doesn't seem to be insinuating anything, just mostly as a general statement, insinuating that she may not be a noble.
Well, I also rolled a 5, so
that's what you get from it, though.
Yeah, I know. Are you much of a dancer?
I'm a good dancer.
Don't worry, I'm not asking you for your hand in the floor, unless you'd appreciate it. Just making conversation.
Anything else you want to ask her?
I don't know. She seems really cool.
Cool.
Come on, Coraline, ask all your questions.
She's with nobles right now, okay?
There's only one person, besides Tarek, obviously, that you have not talked to. I'm going to put Sloan Farrell back over there. They're back in the bards. Yeah, there's only one person you have not talked to.
I will ask, though, and look over to the Air Genasi era person. I did notice that you were dancing pretty good with him.
Yes, he's a friend? No. I don't know what he is. A problem is what he is. And we'll continue sipping her drink.
Definitely the cool kid on the block, my lord.
She's really intimidating. I don't want to like push her because like she's Yanti, but like also.
I was so you can do when Coraline gets polite with her questions, that's when I get worried.
You know, 100%.
Alright, do you want to do anything else?
No, just as I leave, a very nice, polite
You leave.
bow.
That's fine. She'll be around for a while. I'll go through starting with Talos. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Yes, I wanted to send message to Coraline.
Okay, send message to Coraline. What do you say?
I'm gonna say, I messed up. Get out of here as soon as you can. I'll try to leave with the others.
Cool. Coraline? As you're bowing, saying goodbye to Nessa, you get that message. You're in the middle of a bow. Stand back up.
Oh God, I wish I had a message. Oh wait, I can say. Oh,
you can respond.
You can whisper back. That only I can hear.
In your mind, you hear. What do you mean you messed up?
Okay.
Do I leave now?
Yes.
Leave. Alright. So.
Okay. I guess Coraline will start.
Sure. Okay. So.
Backing up.
Cool. So, Cersei, is there anything else you want to do? You don't know this yet.
No, I do not know this yet. Cersei would have wanted to approach Alina, but I don't know if that's the thing that she would have done before or after whatever happens.
Yeah,
it's not like a
conversation. Go up to Alina. That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Put her over here. So she is right here. We'll put the dwarves down here. And we'll move Cersei over there. Okay, cool. Okay.
So many people, such a little time.
You approach Alia, and she offers you a little smile. You can say 2 fangs.
Pardon me, I couldn't help but notice that your gown is gorgeous.
Oh.
Where did you perhaps get it?
Well, I had my seamstress make it. Thank you. Your dress is lovely as well.
Thank you.
I love the design.
It was made by an incredibly fashionable rabbit folk named Natalie, actually. Very, very sweet.
That makes sense. It's very well made.
I actually was a part of a crew that helped move that fabric. It was gorgeous when it was there.
Oh!
It's really wonderful to see something go from just bolts of gorgeous fabric into something as majestic as what you're wearing, actually.
That's...
To see a final product.
Very sweet of you. It's beautiful. I'm very glad that the shipment arrived in time. What was your name?
I'm Cersei. It's a pleasure to meet you. This is an absolutely spectacular party.
And she takes you a little bit by surprise because when she takes your hand, she kisses it.
Aw, shit.
She'll stand back up. Just smile.
Well, I would definitely say that you have made an excellent ball and that you are the belle of it.
Oh. That's very kind. You have quite the way with words.
God, shit.
Oh, damn.
There's a reason that she would not take her male cohort's arm. She's hella gay.
Flirt!
Damn it! I wanted to flirt with Ivy.
Don't worry, your chance is going.
That's what everybody wants.
Everybody wants to seduce the DM.
Oh, that's you. How could we help it?
So, here you have Aaliyah Vanette, who seems very taken with you. What are you gonna do? The
question right there. That is an incredibly great question right there. I don't know if it's necessarily polite or not to do so, but since you are the hostess, but I was wondering maybe a dance?
And she'll kind of call over a knight who will take her glass. Lead on.
Pleasure, just to warn you, I'm not very good.
That's okay, I'll lead.
I'll try not to step on the skirts.
Roll me a performance check.
Lordy.
Come on, you got this, girl. Coraline taught us well.
I'm gonna use the black and red dye to match your dress. Hopefully that'll help.
Ooh, look at you.
Lordy, it did. That's an 18.
Ooh. Oh yeah. So, as
+1.
as Cersei and Aaliyah are out on the floor dancing together, the contrast in colors makes the swish of their skirts at every turn quite beautiful, as it's blues and blacks and reds as they spin and turn together. Very graceful. She rolled a 19. So,
Ooh.
very graceful together as you both step and stay in place together and keep up with each other.
That's so pretty.
The dance will come to an end. Offer you a smile. Well, that was lovely. You're a beautiful dancer.
Thank you. My friend tried to teach me. She's very kind about that. Very good patient teacher.
Well, she did
And you're absolutely fantastic yourself.
Thank you. I quite enjoyed it. And as you're having this conversation, where is Rutherford? And I'm gonna go from Rutherford to Raven because I know where Coraline is.
He's just been watching. He's posted up over to the left on like one of the columns and is just doing many drinks.
Oh.
And
Eventually, next we'll come back up and talk to you. She'll ask you a couple of questions about your academy days and how long it's been since you've been there.
is that happening right now, or are we just talking about it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We'll say you're a couple drinks in. She just comes up, she's like, Rutherford, you mentioned that you went to Demor's Academy. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh goodness, that was about 26, 27 years ago, something around there. I wasn't there for the very long, but uh it was enjoyable, but I had to leave. I wasn't able to find the information that I was seeking. I did learn a little bit of magic while I was there, but not as much as you, I am sure. Uh, I believe if I had stayed there, I would have learned a bit more, but I had to continue on with my search.
What are you searching for?
It's a very particular kind of magic. Just something within my own personal life that I am trying to fix.
Well, tell me a little bit about it. My mother founded the Adventurers Guild. She currently is their head. So maybe I could talk to her and see.
Adventures Guild.
Yeah.
On a random note, does she know about the Loyal Steel? Come across that name quite recently a lot.
You see a lot of emotions pass over Nex's face. From confusion to bewilderment to concern to finally settling on resolve. As she looks, she's like, yes, she was their cleric.
Really? We've been searching for so long for information on them. Back in, what town was that? I believe it was, Flumwell. One of my party members came across one of the statues, and it was, oh gosh, remind me if I'm wrong here, Talus. It was, like, crossed off and scratched down with the A, right? On it?
Yeah, it kind of looks like an Eiffel Tower. It's just an Eiffel Tower.
You can call Talus over if you would like her to be a part of the conversation. You don't have to do all of these encounters alone.
No. I'm trying to remember because I don't
Just
remember.
making sure.
That was for my own because I know she talked about it.
I probably still have the napkin with the A on it somewhere.
That was more to
But
Ava.
it looked like that.
Okay, that was more like to Ava out of character to be like remind me on my notes because I know you have. Okay, sorry to switch topics. I'll come back to my own personal thing. This is just more recent. We were out in Kivin, and one of my party members came across a statue of the Loyal Steel that was it was defaced, and a symbol was across it, and we've been trying to find information on this party.
Oh, well, I don't know much about that time of her life. She doesn't talk about it often. She kind of looks off a little. Well, she left them before they disbanded. I don't know where the rest of the members are or who they were. She just doesn't talk to me about it.
I'm sorry to bring up a sore subject if it is. It's just that.
No, it's not sore with me. I just don't know as much as I'd like to.
Well, if I get the chance to meet your mother, I would, if she would be alright with it, I would love to ask. But going back to what you asked me, there is someone that I am close with that I unfortunately don't know the instance of whether or not they are cursed or born with this, but they can turn into a wolf kind. But she wants to stay as a wolf kind.
Really?
But I'm trying to find the magic to keep her that way. I don't know whether it is a curse or not, but I told her that I would. help her figure it out.
I don't know much about curses, but yeah, if I speak to my mother soon, I'll let her know that you'd like to talk to her.
I would love it. I'm sure my party members would love to speak with her as well.
Her name is Sevis.
Beautiful name.
She is lovely. I may speak harshly about her when it comes to the loyal steel, but just because I don't know just means it's a sore subject.
I completely understand that. My my party members don't even know the full story of what I'm searching for, but I find comfort in people that are familiar with the academy. I know that everyone that goes there has their own path and things to look for with magic.
Well, once I hear from her, I'll let you know.
Would much appreciate that if you would be willing.
Of course. For now, I think I'm going to go enjoy the rest of the party, but if I hear anything, I'll let you know.
I would be very grateful. It was wonderful talking with you.
You as well. I shall step away.
He's gonna continue chilling on his little calm there.
Amazing. So, Raven, what you doing?
How's her conversation with the two in front of her going?
It has been amazing. You've enjoyed every moment of it. They have told you so many stories. You've listened to Katya and Tybalt argue back and forth a couple of times, and it's just been really entertaining. You yelled at Talus, shoot your shot at one point, lost sight of them, and then they came back. So
I'll just mental note that, be like, oh, okay.
So that must have gone well.
Well.
You've seen Nessa kind of making the rounds and walking around. As you're kind of looking, you realize there's one person who stayed kind of in the same area besides Rutherford, and that's a slightly old man over in the corner who's just enjoying. He has a very soft smile on his face, and he's just enjoying it. But everything else seems to be enjoying the party, talking.
Is Yellen still where he is on the steps, or has he moved?
He's walked around a couple times and then come back.
Raven is going to politely excuse herself and say, I have more questions about getting a publishing deal. I have an idea.
Sure, we'll talk later.
I will find you later tonight. And then she's going to make her way over to Yellen.
Okay. Yellen's standing there. He seems to be enjoying the party. He's got a little bit of a smile on his face. He's just watching, keeping a little bit of an eye on Nessa, just as a general rule. But kind of. Oh, hello there.
Yellen, was it?
Yes. Pleasure to meet you. And he kind of bows a little.
I don't know this. Is there some way of those followers of the Raven Queen that would know either greeting or something she would typically say, or?
You can't think of anything off the top of your head, but you're also not at the school of the Raven Queen.
Got it.
Oh shit! You follow the Raven Queen?
If you can mention his insignia, he'll probably get what you're hinting at.
She'll look at it and go, you're from Wickerville, right?
We'll kind of look at you. Yes, I am the representative for the year.
Ah.
Are you interested in going there?
It is definitely on my bucket list of places to go.
And that kind of has a knowing look. I see.
I've heard much and feel I know very little.
Well, you can always come and visit. We're always welcome to other people coming and learning about the Raven Queen or her followers.
Even one that's already been following.
Of course. You'd be more than welcome to come and visit.
And how is the library?
Beautiful and vast.
And there's a chance I might find what I'm looking for.
Well, what are you looking for?
I've only known her in silent prayers and from reading her book. A copy I found long ago.
I see. Some more, a personal relationship, I suppose?
Yes. That would be what I'm looking for, because I fear I might need to be asking a favor, and I feel it rude to impose without knowing what a limit should be drawn.
What kind of favor?
I've searched long, and I've searched hard, and just found out that the person I'm searching for might not want to be found.
I see.
And I'd rather know of whether my search should continue, or should it just end right now and save me all the suffering and the pain, and put my efforts elsewhere.
I see. Well, come see us sometime. I'm sure we've got many people that would love to help. Just ask her when you visit. I'll show you around the facilities.
That'd be greatly appreciated.
Of course.
And then she will excuse herself to go back to the arguing authors.
Cool. So, as this happens, as you walk away, Coraline, was there anything real quick that you want to do? You got this message, you're stepping back, right? You're just walking. Cool.
I mean, so, yeah, if I'm supposed to be booking it, I'm not sure if I'd have the chance to book it, but she'd definitely be caught between looking at Talus, her party, her brother, wondering where the hell Talus is.
Cool. So,
can I see Talus? Yeah.
As you're showing it back up, as these conversations are happening, as certain things are coming to a close, Aaliyah gets a look on her face. Quizzical. As she's looking around the room, and you see Zariel, no longer this flustered, charmed individual, as he pulls a sword, and knights bar the doorway. And Aaliyah looks around. Now, nobody freak out. I apologize for my knights and Zariel's sudden movements, but I seem to be missing a very important artifact from my vaults. Don't freak out. I would just like to check a couple of your persons and split you off so I can find this object. I won't give details, and a couple of the knights start putting you all into groups. You as a party end up as one.
Can I hide before they grab us?
Try.
Can I give her inspiration?
Where are you going?
Where am I
In
going?
my mind, so I'm just thinking.
I will specify that there are stairs going upwards as well. You just can't see them. So if you've been downstairs, you know what's in the vaults.
I would probably try to aim for that.
You're going up the vaults, ups or upstairs?
Upstairs.
Cool. Roll me stealth. And you do have an inspiration, so +4.
I did use that. Cool. So 7 plus 2.
Okay.
Plus 11.
Oh,
I think
okay,
that's
you're fine. Okay, so
you're fine.
Hearing the unsheathing of Zariel's sword and hearing the clanking of metal as their metal boots hit the wall, hit the flooring to step in front of the doorways, you're quick.
Did Coraline get out?
Nope. The rest of your party is stuck downstairs as you quickly, you've been in this kind of situation before. You know what it is to quickly hide or get away from a situation, so you step upstairs. You're in a hallway. Downstairs, you can hear Aaliyah being like, no, now calm down. This is not going to interrupt the party any further. I just want the object back. The four of you are off to one side, as Leah's knights are starting to look through people's pockets. You don't see Talus. And it's there. We're gonna end the session for the night.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
No.
But.
Oh no.
Yep.
A lot of Talus cliffhangers, lordy.
Gotta love a.
This is an issue.
So good. This is
I tried to get Coraline out. I did.
I know you did. So, we're gonna end session there, but Talus, as you walk upstairs, trying to find a place.
I swear to God, if the diamond is up there.
You're trying to find a place to hide. You're looking around. Go to the nearest door that's unlocked. That way they won't hear the shimmy of you trying to unlock it with your thieves' tools. You walk in. There's a room. It's lit with blue lights. It's calm. Reminds you a little bit of the ocean as you walk in. In the middle of the room stands a very pale figure with white hair. She's wearing a very loose-fitting but very comfortable looking gown of blues. They look like the sky. She turns around, a little bewildered that someone's entering her room unannounced. As you look, and it's not quite a bedroom, but a small, almost like a living room.
Bro, if you get teleported again.
You get teleported again?
Oh dear.
She turns around and looks at you. Let me pull her thing here. She turns around and looks at you and has a bewildered look on her face. Oh, I wasn't expecting anyone. Hi? And as she turns, the blues from the lights, her neck, and on her neck, is the diamond you're looking for.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
She has a quizzical look on her face, as when she turns, you realize that she's not looking at you. She's looking past you. She knows you're there. She can sense that you're there. She can't see you. Hello, I'm Lilum Vanette. It's nice to meet you. But you don't remember a younger sibling. And it's there that we end.
I'm so confused.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna need that family tree.
So good.
Oh my god, I'm so
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good.
I did throw it on the screen.
Guess what Coraline has in her pockets? She has the note that she was going to give her brother earlier, so she gets...
Eat it! Woman, eat it!
So,
Seriously, eat it.
Pretend it's a fruit roll-up.
Oh no!
Yeah.
This is why flash paper exists.
oh my god. So,
Oh, no.
Yeah, I write things on black paper, you guys.
I know that we're a little longer than we thought, but that's okay. Because there was a lot of NPCs for you guys to get to. You
The
still didn't
wig
get to,
came
you still
immediately
missed
off.
3 of them. So, we'll
So
get to that.
good.
But you'll get to them, I'm sure. Yeah. So, next session.
Oh my lord.
Talus is upstairs. The rest of you are downstairs about to get your pockets searched. So I hope that you aren't hiding anything. How bizarre.
Eat the note. Eat the note.
She also has her diamond necklace that she carries from her brother. She doesn't leave the...
And doesn't she have her book strapped to her thigh also?
Yes.
Man, this is going to be very interesting next session. But we are going to
I'm
end
so
session.
pumped.
Let's see who, if anyone, is around for us to write. We did get a hand raise. Thank you for the hydrate hand.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to like hydrate after all those thirst traps. Come on, Ivy.
After all those thirst traps.
Percy?
God damn! I knew. I am just impressed with myself that I called exactly what Talus was gonna do.
So good.
Alright,
Are
so
we that predictable?
we're gonna go raid Nemo, because Nemo's currently playing Phasmophobia tipsy, so I think that'll be a very hilarious thing
gosh,
to go
yeah.
raid. So,
That's
we're gonna
right.
go raid my admin. And stay for a little while. Well, I'm sure that they will appreciate it. They do go by they, them pronouns, so when you are referring to them, if you in the chat, please refer to them by they, them. They're great. We love them very much. But, in the meantime,
It's gonna be fun.
this has been the Rectification. We will be back in 2 weeks. We will figure out what the hell this party is going to do with what they've just done. So, alright. Alright, well, we will see you all later. Bye!